Boom! I see it.
Oh, what's that? We're live.
We're live. What's up, addicts?
What are you guys doing out there?
Jordan's got a shiny little fish in front of him. He's going to be
He's
flaying.
going to crack into the jerky already. Yeah, while you're at it. Perfect.
All right.
Thanks.
I wipe my hands
A
off.
little bit of Bridgeford.
Oh,
I'm telling dude, that Sweet Baby Ray's jerky, it's freaking good, dude.
This is my first experience.
It's in the aisles at Walmart when you're just freaking.
If you don't eat Sweet Baby
Walmart
Ray's,
staff.
then F you.
You don't eat Sweet Baby Ray's, then
We don't like you at all.
Oh, what's up,
there you guys
everyone?
are. Everyone's chiming in now.
See
Perfect.
a couple of you guys tuning in there. If you guys want an opportunity, tonight we're giving away a 6-inch Gerber fillet knife, which you'll get to see a little bit of action here. Jordan's going to fillet a coho here. We're going to give away a Gerber fillet knife as well as a mustad decal. So if you guys want an opportunity to win this, just do us a favor. If you're on YouTube or Facebook, please
Oregon.
thumbs up that video. On YouTube, you guys got to close that chat window and thumbs it up.
Not
so if you
old
can,
trapper jerky.
please thumbs up that video. Share it out to your family and friends. Text message it to them or whatever on YouTube. Tonight we're going to be talking about a lot of hardware stuff. So coho, wigglers, spinners, spoons.
We're basically redoing our seminar that we're not doing tomorrow.
Yeah.
Well,
we'll talk about that as well.
Yeah, we're going to talk a lot about that. I've already seen 3 comments, 1 from Detroit and 2 from Michigan, Southeast Michigan there.
What is
Yeah.
up,
A lot of
guys?
you Midwest guys. Hell yeah.
Midwest guys, we are going to come out there very soon.
Midwest guys, if you were to fish, if you had a week off to fish
They're not gonna tell you.
steelhead, what week would it be?
Oh,
Private message.
Just throw it out there. Just be like, yeah, think about December. Think about, dude, I don't even know.
yeah.
When
What's
would
the
you- when
best?
When would
if
you go?
we were coming to the Midwest
If you were coming
to
to,
fish,
we wanted to catch numbers.
lots of steelhead. What's the week?
What's the week? Just
What's
throw
the
it out
month?
there. Catch a can.
I have a feeling
I'm
we
going to
did-
go out on a
I
limb.
I had a feeling we're missing it right now.
Yeah.
I think it's.
I was going to say it's November because they get fallbacks. They get spring fish, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, is
From
it
what
like
I've
a
been told from
combo
clients.
thing? Like
They get
yeah.
fallbacks in the fall, and they get new fresh fish that come
Okay,
in the winter.
yeah.
So that's kind of like...
I'm just curious.
Yeah.
I don't really.
It's
I mean,
kinda like spring
I've
here.
I've heard it's like a 6-month season kind of
Yeah.
thing, but it's
Yeah.
kind of like, okay, well, I mean, ours is a 6-month season too. Really?
Yeah.
It's like, okay, we'll pick that week. What week
Dude,
would
I
be for
love seeing all the different areas these guys are
Yeah.
tuned in from. It's freaking awesome.
you?
Thank you
Tuesday,
so
catch
much
a can.
for joining us, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us.
Spring or winter fish. I'd say just numbers. January 1 to January 7th.
That's doable.
That's doable.
Interesting.
That's very doable.
Indeed.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah.
So, like I said, there's got some new people
Ontario?
joining in. If you guys want an
Late
opportunity,
December, but January and February is prime time.
we're giving you guys
January
an opportunity
can
to win a Gerber fillet knife and a mustad
January.
decal, which the
January.
light is
Pack your
blowing out,
gloves.
so you can't even
Back your
see.
oh, yeah, I know.
And your hand warmers. Your
It's
boiling
cool.
ones.
I don't like the cold.
Anyway, we're giving you an opportunity to win that. Just share this out there. Share the live feed out there with your family and friends, Facebook groups, all those different spots where you guys share your things.
Lots of benders today.
And keep
What's up,
dropping
everybody?
comments. Keep letting us know where you're tuning in from.
Yeah. Yeah, if you're on YouTube, take that text link and share it out, or put it on your social media feed, your Facebook. Just share it to groups, share it to people you know.
We got some interesting stuff going on tonight. We're going to talk
dude,
about
we-
wigglers. We're going to talk about spoons. We're going to talk about spinners. Jordan's filleting a coho. We're going to cure some eggs. And then we're also going to cook a coho.
What else do you want?
We're going to cook a coho as well. So,
If you're not entertained, then see you later.
yeah, we're bringing you.
Are you not entertained?
And I'm not cooking tonight, so I promise it's not going to get burnt. We got Jordan cooking.
Just smoke out. We have to end the feed because the alarm's going off.
Are you coming in January? I can.
I
show
didn't
you
even think
spots.
about that. It probably will be getting smoky if you're frying it.
Let's just give me some tinfoil.
That'll be fine.
Yeah.
That'll be fine.
Let's do the old
Let it
tinfoil
rip.
trick.
It'll be fine.
Jet oil.
No. Yes, we're going to cook some coho up tonight. Now we get some people tuning in here, 220 of you.
Oh yeah, I just went up.
If you guys want an opportunity to win a Gerber 6-inch fillet knife, which you're going to also be able to see Jordan filleting this fish with a Gerber fillet knife
Clarkson,
right
Washington.
now. Share this. I see all the people comment and say they're sharing. Thank you so much. Do not forget.
Jordan taking a leak in Emery.
Yeah. You think he's going to cook? Yeah.
Thumbs up. Do not forget, if you're on YouTube, you got to close that chat window and thumbs up there, please. Do not let Marlon cook, he says.
We'll have our fire suits on. It's great.
Broke your ankle
Broke
by
my ankle.
That's
Jeez.
epic.
What's up there?
All right.
Oh, yep.
Is it lagging, Clint?
There we go. I was on it. I'm off it. Anyways, what else
Good.
you guys got there? Auburn, Washington. Thanks for tuning in. Let's see here. If you come in that's the second time I've seen that. Dude, it seems like the end of December, January, and into February. I mean, pretty much I think all the Michigan guys kind of chimed in.
That's doable. Like, we should go in January.
Oh, dude. First week.
I want to see you fishing in Midwest
It's gonna be
January cold though.
Really cold.
All you'll see is this much of marlin.
I'll look like the Pillsbury Doughboy out there. Trying to cast. Oh, man.
We're going to have to do it.
Yeah. Let's see here. Boring, Oregon, Grayland, Kennewick. Thank you guys for tuning in. BC, Canada, Maple Ridge, Jeff.
I saw a couple spinner questions and twitching jig questions go by, so save them a little bit for just a few minutes from now, you guys, and that way we don't miss those good questions because we're still getting going here. Still looking for some more viewers.
Greg bought
We don't
4
see
of
it.
your addicted jigs.
They were
Bought
way
4 of your
up.
addicted
They're
jigs.
way up already.
What's up?
Special edition jacket, Marlin. Talk about it. You doing it still?
This jacket, you guys, is coming out next week. You will be able to purchase these jackets on our website officially
A lot of
next
them?
week. Yes, anyone.
So they're the official jersey now.
I don't know about that, but
Surrey, BC.
They were our group jersey.
they were. They were.
Bonnie Lake.
Yeah, a lot of you guys have been asking us for these hoodies. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a round of 100 of them. We're going to do a limited edition, 100 of these jackets for sale on our website. So just be on the lookout next week. We will have a little link coming out and some information when you guys are able to purchase these.
Yeah.
Someone's watching in microbiology.
Indiana. Vincennes, Indiana. Spokane, yes. You guys are all firing it. South
Yeah.
Bend.
February.
Yeah. February 21st on. Okay, that's the first guy a little later. Yeah. All right, we'll have to do
I
something.
see a bunch of you guys saying you want one of these jackets. Thanks, guys. We got these made for Addicted Alaska too,
Caught my first salmon on Addicted Twitching
and
Jig.
a lot of people
Yeah.
have been asking for them.
Be sure to post that picture, Dakota.
Oh, are we launching that tonight?
Yeah.
We
Yeah,
are.
we should be launching that tonight, Marlon
Clint.
Lefevre.
I'm gonna airdrop you something.
Oh, we finally get to play
gonna
ball.
drop something out,
Finally.
yeah.
I'm so excited because I've got I'm already gonna win. I'm already gonna win was it $500?
You can't
You're
enter.
disqualified.
I'm not disqualified. I'm in the game.
Which,
This
by the way,
picture's
We're
gonna
gonna pick
win
the
it.
top 3 and then have everyone vote on it.
Did you see that?
Yes, I saw
you
that.
can't enter.
Scrumptious.
I can enter.
No, that's
Yes, I can.
He's gonna
If people
enter
pick
under
my
his
picture,
alias.
that's not how it works.
that is how it works.
No, dude. You're
Cameron's got a hell of an
automatically
alias.
disqualified.
What? Come on.
Sorry, guys. I'm gonna airdrop this to Clint because this is some exciting news.
Okay,
we're
so
gonna
let's
announce
talk.
here.
While you're doing that, do you want to talk about? Want me to kind of get into the bash stuff about tomorrow?
Yeah.
night real
Yeah,
quick? So
yeah,
what?
let's cover that.
Yeah, so real fast, guys. So we realized we did an epic screw up, unfortunately. So we did plan on tomorrow night being the bash at Sportco in Fife, Washington, but we got a lot, and I mean a lot of comments and a lot of messages about people that are not going to be attend because there's this little thing called the Seahawks game. And they're playing this other little team called the Rams. And at the end of the day, a lot of the guys that like fishing, a lot of guys like football, and what's better for Sportco, what's better for us, and better for a lot of the guys that put the effort into this stuff, we just realized it's just probably not going to be a good night to do it. So we are rescheduling tomorrow's bash in Sportco in Fife, Washington to next Thursday, October 10th. Everything is still the same. It's still going to be a great time. We just figured that, you know what, it's just, there's no sense dealing with it. Also, too, it wasn't known to me, but I guess that area for traffic in Seattle on those evenings and those days is just like horrid. I didn't know that. We didn't know that. At the end of the day, it just wasn't going to be a good night. We understand that both baby radios exist. I know it'd be really hard to be doing like seminars and talks while guys are on their phone getting updates and cheering and stuff.
Well, and then the other thing was
No.
I got sick, and I was like, I'm not going to go to this thing and pass this around to 200
He's just going to
people.
pass it to us.
I'm just going to pass it to these guys.
That's
Because
all
they're
right.
going to get sick anyway.
Yeah, so at the end of the day, guys, there was a couple other little things like behind the scenes with like some scheduling stuff. At the end of the day, dude, we want you guys to be able to attend. We make the 2.5 hour drive up north for there. We have a lot of our guys also like take days off We
You wanna
understand that a lot of guys do that too, so we just kind of
throw the new flyer up, Clint.
Oh, yeah. If our production guy was on it, he could throw the new flyer up. So it's October 10th, guys. It's
Not
just
that
not
one.
that one.
That's,
The Sport Co flyer.
Spoiler alert! Spoiler alert!
I don't know if they
that
saw
didn't
it.
come up. No,
Yeah.
I'm just getting it on the.
I'm working in NYC. Yeah, so Seahawks fans are die. And Robert, we just figured it probably wouldn't be a good idea to go up towards Seattle and then try to do a seminar like
The night
of Seattle playing the Rams. And I know that's a pretty contentious issue. So, go Seattle. I get it. But next week, Thursday, October 10th, we
There
will
it is, right
be
there.
There. Oh, let me see if I can maybe point the. Wait,
No,
oh,
you
it's
have
that.
to go.
There we
Opposite.
go.
You have to go opposite.
I know, I'm trying. This
right.
is really sucking right now. There it is.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. October 10th, guys. October 10th. And you know what? Y'all better be there. Because now you're not going to excuses. If people didn't show up on Thursday, they'll be like, oh, the Seahawks game. We'll be like, okay, fine.
Seriously,
Do it
guys,
next
if
Thursday.
you are up in that area, if you're up in the Tacoma, Seattle, Puyallup, any of that area up there, please come to this bash. Come hang out with us. We really want to have a good turnout there. And it's last time it was crazy because I don't know how many people showed up, but they got hooked up with prizes. Because we bring a lot of prizes.
We brought a lot of prizes, but we didn't know we did it. We did the movie premiere on a Friday night. And like I said, lo and behold to us, we didn't realize how disgusting
traffic.
is on a Friday night at 9 p.m.
Yeah.
Like, it was terrible. Like, and so many people messaged us afterwards, like, oh, we would have came, but the traffic sucks. It's like,
Right.
well, why did you tell us before? So, at the end of the day,
Regardless,
we gotta do
come
it.
hang out.
Yes. Yeah.
It's going to be a blast.
Yeah, and I am going to enter my damn picks, so bring it on. Let's see that, folks. Let's talk about that now. And we'll mention the bash a couple more
Cameron,
times.
no, you're not. It's literally against the law for you to freaking enter.
Right.
Because we're running a contest. You
I'm
can't
not
have.
running it.
Are you part of Addicted?
No.
That'd be like. You're an idiot.
Let's talk about
Cameron
this.
will not be entering
Oh
this
my
contest.
gosh, you guys are all afraid. Y'all scared.
Cameron
Look at
will
this.
not be entering the contest.
Dude, don't worry. I'm going to be
But-
the underdog winner.
Shut up.
With a cell phone pick.
Okay, fair enough.
I'm going to piss off all the real photographers out there.
Look at this, guys. Isn't this cool? It's time to play ball.
Come on down.
Is that showing, Clint?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. All right, guys. So as you can see, we are going to do an addictive photo contest. We know a lot of you guys like out there like to post photos. We really like seeing those photos with, well, let's just be honest, our jigs in their mouth. So we are going to do an addictive photo contest. What did we end up settling on as far as the...
I'll read it so everyone hears.
Yeah.
So basically what you got to do is you got to post your picture on Facebook or Instagram, and you can see the example pictures of some ones that me and Jordan took up here of kind of what we're looking for. And Cameron has captured a bunch of really cool ones as well that we'll put out soon to kind of show you guys more and more examples of what we're looking for with pictures.
Yep.
So you're going to post that on Facebook or Instagram. You're going to tag Addicted Fishing, and then in your caption, you're going to have hashtag Addicted Fishing, hashtag Mustad Fishing, hashtag Tail Out Twitchers. And you got to make sure you get all three of those in there because that's how we're going to basically randomly
Yeah,
select
if
the
you
winners.
post them on anywhere on your Instagram or your feeds and stuff like that, and if you don't use those hashtags, we will not see them. And what we'll do is periodically we will search those out and find them. And we'll also repost them as well. But what we'll do, if you don't hashtag it correctly, we will not see it. So very important rule for even those that are guys are a little more, technologically illiterate like myself. You still got to do those rules.
And
You
we'll
gotta
have
know.
we'll have this information very clear on our website, so you guys can.
Yep.
We'll be able to go to our website and look at that information if you need it, and then we'll also be posting this all over social media, so you guys can see the rules. I'll have it pinned onto the Addicted Fishing forum as well. So it must have a clear picture of the tail out twitcher in the fish's mouth. You have to have it could be either a coho or a chinook. The fish must be caught with a mustad addicted. We don't want you to freaking hook it with a spinner and then grab one of our jigs and stick it in the mouth and take a cool picture. Because,
That's just not cool.
yeah.
No, not cool at all.
No.
Who does that?
Not
How
cool.
dare you?
And then we're going to accept entries. That says October 31st, but I think we're going to go to November 31st just because there's a lot are returning very later this year.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of systems where they return later. So
Yeah.
I'll have that updated. But November 31st is going to be the deadline to enter. And then we'll pick a winner December 1st.
Dude, I'm excited. So how are we just picking a random winner? Or are we going to do a vote on that or?
I think I'll have to look at the rules.
See, I thought we did discuss maybe doing like top three. Like we'll select the top three
And then
we
let them
put
vote.
it out to the group.
Yeah, we
Yes.
can do that.
Unanimous.
So we'll select the
It's
top
like
30.
Idol.
And like I said, they have to be correctly tagged. They have to be all those rules. But we'll decide like a top 3, and we'll put it to the group and let you guys decide who
Pick
wins.
the winner. I like it.
There you go.
That will be fun.
Guide homework assignment. Now,
You the people.
and also too, for those guys still looking for jigs, there's a couple places online still selling. Dude, man, these jigs are going out and they are selling through so freaking fast. There's only a few locations that still have them. They're working on it. They're getting more out.
I know Sportsman's Warehouse in Puyallup has a bunch.
Okay.
Fisherman still has a few. I don't think they have a lot. Vancouver Sportsman still has a few. I think Bob still has a few.
Bob still has a few. I was in there today. Yep.
Did they have a lot or what?
Pretty picked through. It looked like they had some of the good colors in 3/4 again. Where I don't. So they must have got another batch, or maybe they put some more inventory out. That's probably what they did. No nightmares though.
Knew it.
So if you want to
Didn't
get
have my
some,
hopes
that's
up.
good news. So hit up Bob's, and Bob's will ship too if you want to
Bob's
call
will
them.
ship, and then online too at Fisherman's Marine.
Yeah, online at Fisherman's, but I think a lot of them are sold out, but there is a few on there. So
Okay.
fishermans-marine.com, you can purchase them online, or you can call Bob's in Longview, and they will ship them to you.
And I think to be fair, like we should push that out to the end of November, just on the account that those jigs are freaking
Hard to get a hold of.
hard to get hold right now.
Yeah,
They're smoking
yeah,
hot. And
yeah.
Well, it's because they work.
Exactly. So you'll have till November
We see it.
31st. Be on the lookout for more jigs in the stores as they keep loading into there.
Okay, and I see Nick Andes. Thank you very much for the super chat on YouTube. And he said, ask the question, what are your plans for the Sportsman show in February?
We will be there.
We will be there, man.
We will have the same booth size, and this year we'll have most of our addicted guys right next to us again. So Cameron,
Maybe
Jordan.
like 6 or 7 booths.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome.
We got to think of some like.
There's an
last
addicted
year was-
aisle.
Yeah, last year was great, but we got to do some like.
Get these things away
We got to
from
do some like crazy
Yeah.
stuff. We'll be a good time. But we put a lot of effort into that. That's 7 days out of our lives, so we can meet a lot of you
Dude,
guys.
it's gonna be
hang
big.
out there too. We're also thinking about going to some other shows this year. No promises. Every year, that's always a thing, and then we look at the schedules and go, "Oh my gosh, we're already doing."
Yeah,
7
especially
days
now if
here.
we're going to go to the Midwest in January.
I was gonna say,
It's out.
sorry for those guys up north, but I don't know. Maybe if 1 million people show up to Sportco on next Thursday, October 10th, maybe we should go to Puyallup.
A million.
Yeah.
1 million people.
A million.
Yeah, what do you guys
There's
think?
300 of you watching now. If you guys have joined in and you did not have an opportunity to hear, we're giving you an opportunity tonight to win a Gerber fillet knife and a Mustad fishing decal. You just got to make sure you give this video a thumbs up, share it out to your family and friends, and then just be commenting, be talking to us, talking fishing, asking questions, doing whatever. We're going to randomly select a winner from the comments. And we'll probably pick for this package here soon, but we'll also have some other stuff I'm sure that we'll give away.
Yes, sir. Oh, as always. Sam Bear is waiting for the addicted snagging hook. But I thought, Sam, weren't you working on a couple prototypes you were going to send our way? Take a look at that first from what you do over there on the east side.
The addicted snagging
The addicted
hook.
snagging hook. What should we do with that?
We're not doing that.
Oh, come on.
I caught one of those today.
What?
Yeah, a guy, one of my clients snagged this rig today. It was probably
Oh.
a 60-pound leader mooching setup with a 12 mil soft bead, about 8 inches up, and 1 split shot. Fishy.
Fishy. Fishy.
Also tonight, guys, Jordan has a little coho. You want to get that thing filleted right now, dude, or what?
Ta-da. Shiny.
Yeah, and you guys, we are going to be talking a lot about like fishing
Leathery.
wigglers. We've been doing a lot of talk on the twitching jigs and whatnot, but we are going to talk a little bit about fishing wigglers and some spinner stuff too. We are getting close to coho season. Damn, I think
For
it's
some, it's already here.
for rain tomorrow.
God, I hope it rains.
God, it needs to.
It's not supposed to that much.
It'll get good, I
Something,
feel
Something-
like.
something's got to give. Something's got to give. Yep.
What's new, though? And then it's going to
Thunder
rain, and
Feasley,
we're all
go
going to be
message
like, oh,
Owen
no,
about that.
it's raining. What happened?
Nothing.
Okay.
Moving on. Does it need to be a twitching? Does it have to be a twitching jig? Well, yeah, for the contest, Corey.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Specifically a
Our
tail out
twitching jig,
twitcher.
too.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
No rabbit for
Yeah,
once.
yeah. Okay, let's go. What are we doing here?
I'm gonna dink around with this, and you guys start firing off some of your comments and questions, and we can kind of go
Questions
over
about
the
let's
wiggler.
talk about some
Yeah.
wiggler stuff. So while we're
Grab
doing
your
that, I'll
box.
kind of watch this. You kind of walk people through the chopping process because everybody likes us to cut up stuff like right here.
Yeah, and some
You
of
know?
you may have never seen this, but
Do you want to
this
go,
fish.
Clint? Do you think if we switched to that camera and Cameron angled it
Oh.
up right, we could see Jordan here a little bit in action?
Yeah, let's do it. No? Did you say no?
Switch to himself again. He does that on purpose just because he likes to get.
Hey,
Did you see the
Everyone out
comment
there
earlier? It
watching
says,
single.
Clint, get off Tinder.
He does that every week so he can just be part of the show.
He does that so he can get a date. There he is again.
Creepy.
Oh, there's a fish. Look at that fish right there, boys.
All right, we're going to go right behind the old collar here. Ooh, that's a sharp knife.
Everyone out there watching, he's using a fillet away fish mat. You guys know
Fillet
how
away
much we
fish
love
mat.
those freaking things.
With the Gerber 9-inch blade, freshly sharpened. Getting all
Addicted
that
to
cartilage
it.
off of there. Ooh, shiny. Very shiny thing.
Doesn't look like it bled your fish very well there, bud.
Dude. Why always busting my balls? Your fish is leathery. It's got too much blood in it.
Oh, look at that.
All right, Marlon said don't make a mess.
Low hole Clint. Yes, James. Yes. Hashtag low hole Clint. We're going to make that a thing this Springer season. He ain't going to get one pass in anywhere.
Could you imagine if all of our fans just start low-holing you?
We should do prizes for every video someone takes of a low-holing Clint during Springer season. He's going to have boats just diving in front of him, do like a $500 prize. Anytime you see Clint on the water.
Carlos, I saw Carlos had why doesn't Gerber? Gerber does have their Salt RX line in a few stores. I'm not honestly sure which ones, but I know they have it in the store.
The fishermen's marines I've seen have them.
How do you sharpen your
Sportsman's?
How do you sharpen your knife, or what system do you use to sharpen your knife?
Ooh, good question. Let me clean this thing off. So, one of the neatest little trinket inventions that I've seen since sliced bread was
Switchback, yeah.
what Gerber did here on these fillet knives, and I hope they do it on some of their new knives that are coming out. I'm pretty sure almost every fillet knife or meat cutting knife that they're making, the Simtar one,
they won't all have those.
the Simtar didn't have it. Anyways, regardless, on all their fillet knives, on the saltwater RX and the normal fillet knives,
Freshwater ones, yeah.
the freshwater, they put a steel. This is actually what this is. This is a honing steel on the case itself, and it's a pretty rough one. A lot of times that was a big thing for me forever. Was I'd go on Amazon, I'd go to all the different stores. It's hard to find a good sharpening hone, and I don't like the grinder ones. There's a lot of easy outs that you can purchase out there for knife sharpening, but really it just dulls your blade further and further. But putting a good edge on it with a good honing steel like this is, definitely premier. It's the best. So, but what I do, we'll go back to this, Clint. What I do each time before I cut fish, or if I have a lot of fish to fillet, I'll make sure to go ahead and sharpen it before we start. But the biggest thing on sharpening this is your angle of the blade. You want to make sure to get it at the right angle that these blades are designed for, and the only way you really can tell that is by feel. So if you're feeling a very fine, easy sliding edge as you come across this, you have the blade too much at an upward angle. If you don't feel anything at all, if it's just gliding across with no roughness, your angle is too shallow. You're going too far down. So you want to angle that blade right at the right angle.
Off camera.
Right at the right angle as you come across, and at a good 2-second speed as you come across. Keep that blade at that same angle the whole time and cover that whole steel, and slide that blade along that edge all the way down on each side. And when you just start doing this, you want to probably just go with one side at a time. Make sure to get that right edge, or you feel a little bit of drag. You can feel it pulling on the roughness of that honing blade or that honing tool. And you're going to get that one side, and then you're going to switch it over. Try to match exactly the same pitch that you had on the opposite side, and run that blade again all the way down that hone at that same angle every time. So it's going to take practice. Nobody gets that the first time. A lot of times as you start to do this, you'll end up dulling your blade a little bit more even. But it's good to practice. It's good to either use a piece of paper or something else alongside other than your fish to see if you get your blade sharp. I like to use the back of my fingernail, but I wouldn't recommend that. Yeah.
Don't hurt yourself, kids.
But that's my favorite way to do it. There's a lot of different aftermarket tools and stuff that you can use, but that's
now. Do they sell? Will Gerber sell those knives online, like through their?
Yeah, you can go to Gerber Gear and get it on their website. Yeah, you can purchase the knives on Gerber's website. Also, Clint, can you throw up? I saw a couple people ask where they get the mat. Can you throw up Fillet Away's website?
Yeah, I know.
Yes, Freeman, that is a coho that he got.
Very
I
shiny.
was cutting up there. Very nice coho. Very nice coho.
Very nice.
Ooh,
Yeah,
that
work
would be
sharps. You know, like, have you ever
nicer.
used work sharps for the Gerber blades?
Which ones are those?
The belt ones.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's the specific one I was talking about. I like that tool, but again, once you start getting a good honing tool and you get your angles down, you know how
You
to
can do it
sharpen
right.
it.
Yeah.
It's way
Because
better.
what I noticed is like the work, like the I want to say like the steel is so good on the knives that the problem is you can't
grind through
with
it.
my work sharp. Like once I use like the medium belt, I only can get like a few sharpens out of it, and then like the belt gets tired and it
Right.
doesn't sharpen as well.
Look at how
Like
nice
I don't know. I mean, I don't
fillet
know if that's just me.
that Gerber
but,
knife did.
Yeah, that
Oh my
thing.
gosh.
Ooh,
Yummy. Everybody's
Yummy.
about to eat dinner.
no.
Me too.
Okay,
What I've
Clint,
been
you can
doing-
you can throw that up now real quick.
One thing I've been doing on side note with these smaller coho, that I've been seeing at the beginning of this run, is you guys see how I didn't cut the belly off or any of the fins. I've been going through just to save the most amount of meat and make sure I get that belly piece on a lot of these chrome fish because it tastes so good. Like I did here, I'll leave those fins on. I'll just gut the fish straight up, and then I'll do my fillets so that I'm keeping that piece of that belly meat on there, and then just going through and cutting off just that fin itself.
That makes sense.
Yeah, no,
everyone
I know,
watching
yeah.
that,
I
the
won't do
website
that.
right now, Clint's, that's where you can get the fillet away mats for the couple questions people
Yeah,
ask. where
see,
you can
people
get
are
them.
saying burns up belts, and yeah, I do. I bought the additional belt pack because I did wear through like my mediums, and don't get me wrong, like
Okay,
they
cool,
are,
you're good.
they are great and they awesome. I love like taking 3 knives, like especially when like buoy 10, we're doing a lot of fish. Man, I'll take 3 knives, sharpen them, throw them in the boat, just kind of run through them all. Use the honer on the outside of the sheath of the Gerber knife, and those work great too. But I mean, eventually they need to get sharpened, like they need a new edge. But we're talking a lot of fish, like buoy 10 stuff.
Damn,
Hundreds.
we got almost 500 of you guys watching right now.
Yeah. I think Jordan, just don't cut yourself or do anything crazy right now.
No, everybody wants that.
That's true.
Everyone wants
I think that's why people tune in.
Clint.
We're gonna burn the place down. Are we gonna cut yourself? Or we're gonna talk about low holing Clint? Getting Clint a date. I mean, who knows? It's
That is the
anything can
Okay.
happen. Anything can
Back
happen
on
tonight.
topic, there's only 85 thumbs up on YouTube.
Ooh, so
There's
there's
400 of you watching and not.
over 400.
Yeah, dude, 450 almost.
You guys, YouTubers, come on.
Thumbs
Wait,
up.
if the YouTubers don't do that, I think we have to give this to a Facebook watcher.
I mean, Clint's gonna have to randomly.
And then we need to talk some wigglers.
Usually we draw one random from Facebook and one random from YouTube. We might just have to say no YouTube because you guys aren't thumbs up in it.
5 minutes, I'll pick it.
5 minutes.
Just kidding. I wouldn't do that to all you YouTube
I would.
people.
The
We
next
love
10
you.
people
Hurry
to
up.
thumbs up.
How hard
we'll
is it to
send this
thumbs
fish
up?
to you.
How hard is it to thumbs up? Really, guys? Come on.
Unrefrigerated.
Come on.
That.
Come on.
Jordan, are you gonna cook some of that?
Yeah, nice little tail piece.
You're not gonna eat
No
it.
thumbs, Taylor? Oh, you're fired.
I think you should just cook it just a
We're
little
gonna
bit of
talk some
oil,
wigglers.
salt and pepper.
Okay.
Lots of salt and pepper. We're going to talk some wigglers, boys.
Just salt and pepper.
Lots
You
of
said you
salt and
wanted
pepper.
garlic, seasoning salt, mayonnaise, and barbecue sauce. We're not going
We
full
don't
on.
need the mayonnaise.
It's our
just
show.
just
and we
the
can
seasoning
manipulate
and
it as
the
we want, Aaron.
and maybe even bring a stick of butter. How's that sound? To fry it in.
Oh, I got it.
Butter will be better than the oil.
We're going to be actually talking about something that we can kill coho with tonight. For all you bass guys out there, look at that.
I gotta say, I was so incredibly mad at myself today, Cameron,
What?
because I worked this hole over, and I worked it and I worked
did.
it, and there was fish there, and we caught a couple,
Mm-hmm.
and then but they were still rolling and still pissing me off a little bit, and
Typical
I left,
coho.
and I get way downriver, and I'm like, we didn't throw a wiggler.
New wigglers?
I was so mad at myself because nobody's thrown a wiggler around there. And
It's funny because I was throwing wigglers today too a little bit, and the thing about it is like, was the water real clear up there? Is it
No.
water? Oh no! See, for me, it's like if you have really, 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 really clear water, and they can see a twitching jig coming at them, sometimes they'll shy away from that. But a wiggler that's like zooming by them, they'll react to it.
Yeah.
And I noticed that last year, especially with the really low run that we had. So, I mean, sometimes, like, to each their own kind of a thing,
Yeah.
But for those guys that are, like, wanting to get into salmon fishing, once they get one of these things dialed up and get them tuned, and we'll show you guys a little bit about that here in a minute. I mean, shoot, it's cast and retrieve, cast out, keep the tip down, real fast until you feel it vibrate and catch fish. Anyways, let's see here. How many people just switched to Facebook? I see what you're throwing down. Yep. Oh, Adam, see, wigglers are awesome. Too bad they all got stolen recently. Well, that sucks. People are jerks. People are jerks. Yep. Oh, man. Rattle or no rattle? I think most of them come with a rattle, don't they?
I believe almost all of them do.
I'm holding the hooks tight.
So what do you? I mean, I've heard you say a few times, specifics on color with those, and more specific on the tongue color. Is that kind of a secret, or is that?
You dick.
More color, the better.
I don't know about that. Like so you asked about color first, right?
Right.
I think. I mean, shoot. Is there a wiggler color that won't work?
I don't know.
I mean, is there a wiggler color that won't?
I don't think so, because it's
People suck is right, John.
No, because I think it's kind of even like what we just talked about in the last Addicted Life, like with the twitching jigs. We're like, oh, this color doesn't work. Oh my god, oh wow.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Yeah, for those of you
the presentation.
It is the presentation. For those that don't know what to talk about, if you go back and watch episode 60 of Addicted Life on our YouTube channel, we're up there fishing. And for those of you guys that haven't seen it, I'm literally like, Jordan's like, whack, whack, whack. He's like wailing on these fish. And I'm using a pink head purple bite. I couldn't get bit on it. I walk back to the boat. There's 2 chrome coho swimming by. And I'm like, I have to take a shot. I hit the water like 20 feet away from him. And I just watched this fish swim 20 feet and just wolf the jig. And then like, we rallied fish on that jig for the next 2 hours. Like, just crazy. So, like, color, like, going back to the color conversation, though, like, at the end of the day, they all probably work at some point in time or another. Just gotta have confidence in them. I'm seeing you guys, like, chime in with Michael Jackson, with greens. I like the red herringbones and the fire tigers. Mm-hmm. Those are my favorite. This little guy is a deadly one, too.
Michael's always been one of my favorites, just from fishing where I did mostly growing up.
Yeah.
The little skunk tail on it.
What color is it? Is it the red or the
It's
yellow?
it's the black.
Black with
black and sparkle
sparkles.
with a chartreuse tip.
Chartreuse tip. Yeah. So it's got a little chartreuse tip. Right on.
Those are hard to find though. Those are like those wigglers that everybody buys up if they know they work.
Oh yeah.
I can't remember the last time I saw one.
It's
of
like the
those that size.
BW29.
Yeah.
Which I don't know. If
Or the AR-15.
The BW29.
Are we picking a winner, Clint? Is that what you're doing? Because I saw a really intriguing comment that I wanted to read down below, and then you scrolled up because I think he's picking a winner. Oh, is that a winner? The winner for the Gerber is on YouTube, which I don't know why, but he did thumbs it up. But Clint, I watched Clint. He randomly selected it. Chris Tallman, you won yourself a Gerber knife and a mustache sticker.
Man.
Good score is right. Be sure to email orders@addicted.fishing to claim your prize, and we'll ship that out to you. Congratulations, guys. For those of you guys, the almost 500 of you that are watching right now, stick around. We'll give away some other stuff.
Yeah, make sure when you shoot us an email that you add your address and what you won, what prize you won. So please put that in the email so we know what to ship out to.
And we do keep track of the names, so before we get 15,000 messages saying that you won like $1,000 to orders@addicted.com, it won't work. Has anybody ever tried that?
No.
Oh, okay, good. People aren't that. People don't suck that much then.
That's how I got my Gerber scissors.
Nice, yeah.
Oh yeah, Clay. Yeah, I'm sure.
Cameron's gonna do it after he wins the photo contest.
All 3 photos are gonna be mine. I'm gonna have it rigged.
Wow, that's a sexy jig right there. I don't have any of these.
Leave it!
Okay, so scroll up. Go to the new comments, Clint, for me real quick. But then you might have to scroll up a little bit. So go up a little
Should I
bit.
make more fish? I don't
Go
feel like
up.
that's enough.
Go up. A little slow.
Everybody will
slow
eat
down.
some of that. It's gonna be killer.
Keep going up a little bit.
Just cook one little
Keep
piece.
going.
All right.
Into strips on the glow-in-the-dark wigglers. Brian Kreidlanian. I bet I got that right. Huh.
What?
Interesting. That one. I don't know. Scroll down.
Can you use dry flies for wet flies? I mean, it's kind of an oxymoron, isn't it?
Wait, what? I don't know what you're talking about. Anyways,
in the bold caps on the right side there.
Can you use dry flies for wet flies?
I guess like dry fly and a muddler. I mean, a muddler
just put a
kind of goes
sink
under
tip on a
the-
dry fly. It'll make it a wet fly.
Please explain your purpose.
Generally, that's when I try to dry fly. They all turn into
Too
wet.
much
This
of
guy-
an oxymoron.
This
for me.
guy
I
says,
can't do
I
it.
won Marlon's Toyota.
Yeah, someone said they won my boat too, which is a total lie. Yeah. Addicted wigglers, no. The reason why is because they make a damn good wiggler. For now, we'll see if we can we improve upon this.
We may come out with
What would
a
you
color
do?
pattern. There's one way that I would improve.
Did you see Chris's
I would rig 'em
comment?
differently.
How do I claim? I was so excited I screamed. Attaboy, Chris.
Heck yeah, bud. Well, send us a couple pictures flaying some fish out that
Yeah.
night.
Morals, do you got
That's a
any
nice-
4-bead chains?
So you'd rig them different. You would just rig them with a single.
Can you see?
You would never rig with. You never
No.
fish with trouble.
Now,
You lose so many fish with a treble.
Cam, I saw you putting the chain on there.
No. Yeah.
But what about just hanging a siwash off the back, the one single siwash off the back? Is that
This is
just
how
as
I used to
effective?
do it.
Kill the action.
This is what I used to do it.
You can't. Yeah.
But now I use a 4-bead chain instead of this. But this is how I used to do it.
Because the hook somewhat stays stationary while the wiggler
You
works.
can't have anything on the tail if
Gotcha.
you're gonna balance the balance.
It's
point's
funny that
on
you
the
say that
belly.
because I saw
Okay.
a thread online the other day, and there were so many dudes that said they ran it off the back.
So you can if you're gonna like.
I've done it, but I don't
back
catch a lot of
troll 'em
fish
and
on
you're gonna
wigglers.
fish
So
shallow.
there you go.
Like
Back.
I've seen people do that. They purposely do it because it won't dive as deep. And I'm not saying, but if you're fishing coho in like a 3-foot run or a 4-foot run, it might even be more
Better.
effective.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
fishy.
you got to think like your pivot point, right? Like for a wiggler is in the middle, right? So if you put something on the back and it slows it down,
Yeah, I
it's
know,
going to
yeah.
slow it down a little bit.
Yeah.
It's not going to dive as much.
Especially because
Yeah.
I've had really good success with just I hook a lot with double treble, but then I just seems like I lose them all the time. You don't have
Even
that
with
experience?
barbs now.
A
You
side
don't lose
note: a coho is
Oh, I
the
lose
easiest
them.
fish in the universe to lose, in my opinion.
Yeah.
God.
Yeah.
After my last couple days, I think it's proven.
Single with a Gamakatsu 510, single hooks, bigger rattler, a giant addicted logo embossed on the side. Then we can charge like $10 for them. It'd be perfect.
You're dumb. Who said that? Anyway?
Size hooks.
No,
Cam.
I added some
Size
stuff to
hooks,
that.
like what? 2, 4?
Yeah, I mean, like honestly, it's tough because like the way the plugs are designed, right? They're designed with the weight of the hooks, the weight of the split rings, like the balance in mind, right? If you can improve upon it, like what I would do if I wanted to make a better wiggler, I'd make ones like with those long bills that would dive like 15, 20 feet. Like I would want one, because to me, like a good wiggler that catches fish is one that dives really deep.
Right.
And gets down to the fish and stays in the fish longer. Yeah, I understand you catch coho in 3 feet of water, but I also understand you catch a lot of coho in 15 feet of water. And I would love it if these guys would
Man, I might
dive
have
deeper and more consistently deeper.
to score some of these tonight.
So that's
Why
what I
couldn't
would
you
do.
just get some sort of bass plug?
Oh, I have used. They
Aren't
have,
they more expensive though?
They have those deep crank bass plugs, and I've used them and I've caught fish with them.
It'd be nice if I had the split ring thing. That
You know, that's what I looked for
Split
down
ring
there,
pliers?
dude. That little case. I took one of them home, but the other one should be here still.
Oh,
We
yeah.
gave it away last week.
Did we?
Yeah.
You gave
No, we
away the
did- no,
split
we
ring
didn't.
pliers.
Yeah, we did. Last week we gave away the hook change
Oh.
kit. First
Oh,
prize.
well, then I took the other one.
Here, look out.
Oops, I'll bring it back. We're gonna change this out for you guys. Why don't you go to the side cam and show that one?
Yeah.
Okay. To hell with you guys.
Well, if I had the right pliers, I would, but these definitely aren't.
Yeah. Yeah, 50% hook to rate and land ratio on the coho last 7 days death roll. Yeah, I mean, I want, yeah,
Whoa, there's an idea for you.
50%. What's that?
The one with all the exclamation points.
Wait. Glow in the dark Hoochie jigs,
Do we make a
please.
glow-in-the-dark
We
one?
do have a glow in the dark.
Aha! There you go.
Should be right there.
Right
Joke's on you,
here.
Northwest Angler.
And you can't really see that at all. Hopefully it glows in the dark. Yep, it glows in the dark. Whoopah! There you go, bud. There it is. Setback hoochie. Glow in the dark. Right there. You ask and you shall receive, my son. There you go. Okay. Yes, I'm shopping a little too much in Marlon's garage, William. I thought it was a cool kit, so I'm like, dude, I could use those as plug season. That's perfect.
It's the only place we can shop. You guys buy everything.
Yep. Okay, let's see here. Let's see here. How do I go about getting an addicted hat? That is the easiest question to answer in the world. Go to www.addicted.fishing and check it out. And many hats to order there. Yep. Let's see here.
I gotta say that all you guys that have been ordering on our website, addicted.fishing, thank you so much. You guys have been putting in hat purchases and sweatshirts and t-shirts, and we appreciate it. So thanks for rocking the gear and purchasing it. If you want to get it, addicted.fishing. No .com. I get that question all the time.
I know.
www.addicted.fishing. That's right, .fishing.
Or go to the bashes, Chris Barrow. That's a great comment. Yeah, we give a lot of hats away at them bashes. Yeah. We almost done with this plug here, Marlon? So we can...
I got some splitters.
Wigglers better in clear or colored water? William B., that is a great question. I have my opinion. What's yours?
Yeah, what's yours?
Mine doesn't matter right now.
Why?
Because I don't know.
Never mind. I do like
man.
wigglers. I do like wigglers in clear water. They move fast.
Dude, let me tell
they
you.
kind of get in and out of the window. Not to say I've caught them with a
Having
foot
all sorts of
visibility.
issues
Right,
with
that's what I was going
But-
to say. My theory would be that the noise and the volume of water that they work in dirty water could be effective. But, I think with dirtier water, color, size, presentation, all that doesn't really matter as much because if you get it 5 inches in front of them, you're pretty good.
Yeah,
with odds
all of a
catching
sudden
it,
that
whatever you're using.
fish's box that he sees is small.
So you'll see it probably benefit you more in clearer water, like
Yeah.
you say.
And you
But-
can work water, and believe it or not, you can actually work water faster with a wiggler than you can a twitching jig.
Right.
Like if you're trying to peel biters, like it's early in the run, the few fish that are coming in are fresh. I can go to a run or I can go to a hole and I can zip it. Obviously those fish can see 10 feet in either direction and move on pretty quick. If I'm not trying to like dig a fish out of some stumps or out of like a bedrock bank or anything like that, sometimes like if you're just going to do like open pool water, maybe like a deep, slow run.
Again,
you can work them
mad at
faster with a
myself.
wiggler than you can, especially like I said, especially in clear water.
Yeah. No, I was bad at myself today because it was a lure type of day, and I feel like with coho in general, when the
is.
water does get clear, it becomes a much more hardware centric bite.
Yeah, I think it's just you're just reactionary.
Because it was for me all week. It was bait. Didn't rain for each of those days, and now today it was like you just should have left the eggs at home. Like
turn it on
we
hardware.
hooked a couple fish, but it was not. I mean, it was not what was going on. We should have spent more time throwing hardware and spinners and, fishing a little bit differently because of that clearer water.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm getting it.
Working on it.
This is why you do this at home, too. Don't try to do this on the river.
Oh,
'cause-
when your hands are
your
cold.
buddies-
Dude, I've tried to do it on
Oh,
the river, and
it's
it is a
annoying.
nightmare.
I bet you could hear you from a mile away.
Oh, guaranteed.
Wait, what was that question, Clint? I'm sorry. Always trust what? I just saw you pop it up. What did it say? I'm sorry.
It's long gone. There's so many comments coming in.
Oh, there's a billion comments. We almost have 500 of you guys watching between the two channels here, guys.
Okay, let's go. Now that I
Thank
got
you.
it to...
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, bumping off the bottom, stirring bottom, irritating the fish, getting their attention. Oh yeah, no, I mean there's a lot of attributes to the wiggler that.
Is this the
makes it
Eric
work.
Swanson?
Who knows anymore nowadays?
There's a couple Eric Swansons out there, but if you guys aren't bobber dog and wigglers yet, you're behind the times. Sure, you're right. Damn it, the secret's
That's
out.
a chin scratcher.
I actually heard something interesting about that, honestly.
I heard a lot of interesting things today.
Bobber dogging plugs, I heard something about that.
Heavy enough weight, drag them slow. Hell, you can bobber dog anything. Bobber dogging is like the.
I've heard that down up those boys in the
Four-man
OP
side
that they
drifting.
bobber dog plugs a
Oh,
lot.
everything works on the OP, doesn't it?
It does, because they're in a target-rich environment. What does Cam like to say? A
Target-rich
target-rich
environment, baby.
Low-hanging fruit.
And let's
my
be
friend.
honest. What does a steelhead not bite?
Yeah.
And then when there's a lot of them,
We should have tried to catch.
Jordan, you got any
one on a
hooks?
no
hot dog.
kidding. We could have caught one on a hot dog. Yeah.
Oh, hold on! Don't use that one. Use this one. Why? Just because I don't.
Be 100% honest. Would you rather float
Yeah, I
fish,
wanna show 'em
twitch
the good one.
jigs, or use
All you have
wigglers
is
for
fun.
coho?
Ah,
I'm a fan of twitching jigs, Chris Peabody. I think you can twitch a jig in fast 2-foot riffle water. You can fish it in 20-foot pool water. You can fish it tight to cover. You can fish it, you know what I mean, on a good seam line. You can almost vertical jig them up and down underneath the boat.
Gerber, can you please get your
You
split
can
ring pliers
do
done?
a lot of things with a twitching jig.
You're bad.
That if you only maybe pick one, you know, like where like you were talking about just a minute ago, like floating eggs in a bobber. Like if it's not the right spot,
That's the last thing I'd want to
you
do.
know, it's not gonna be as effective, I think, as twitching jig. So like if I had to pick one, if you made me pick one, it'd be a twitch jig. What answer that question there too, Chris Peabody? That's my take on it.
I was gonna say spinner. Yeah. No, probably twitching jigs. Because float fishing, you know, we do it for every species throughout the year, so it's fun to get into a species for a month and a half that you don't have to fish the exact same centric way, going for that, you know, for those fish. I'd rather watch a bobber drain and have a
That's how you do it.
20-pound Chinook under it, or watch my bead float go down and catch a steelhead, but you don't always get to twitch for all the species. And that's probably it, you know. And the cast and retrieves kind of emulates, a wiggler kind of emulates a spinner, so I don't know.
You don't get rid of that split ring there. Just ride them both.
You can, but typically I'm not. Yeah, because I don't use
I
like
don't know
an.
if that much makes a difference.
I didn't put that on there just because if you don't have an open eye hook, you can't. You know, like if you don't have like an open eye that you could
Yep. Makes sense.
that you could bend down on there, so you could get rid of that split ring, but if you have an open eye hook to put on there.
That makes sense.
Ooh, that works.
Yeah, you want
I already stuck him.
Oh, I didn't tell you guys. So when I was in Alaska,
Because one thing I've also done, Cam, is taken just like on the river, just taken this split ring off the back and then added it to the 4-bead. So then you just have one treble hanging off.
fishy
Side cam.
Show that.
Side cam.
with my dirty fish
Another-
hands.
Ooh,
That's how I rig mine.
that's dangerous.
Just a 4-bead chain, 2 split rings. And you can get rid of that lower split ring if you use an open eye like I just
Better
did.
set aside an evening if you want to change out 2 of them.
Only if you're me.
But you're right though. If you're
There you
gonna
go.
do that, do not do that on the water.
Little
when your
gift.
hands are
No,
cold.
or while your buddy's catching all the fish in the
Miserable.
hole that you now you're not gonna get.
Yeah,
get on a wiggler.
I always like to do all that stuff at home the night before. Same with like rigging spoons or if I'm changing spinner hooks out or anything like that. I always do that at home.
Yeah,
Because if not, dude, it's just.
it's a miserable
Have you ever
time.
ran a fly on a leader?
First of all, thanks so much for the super chat, Brandon. We appreciate it.
I have not, but I've heard of a lot of guys doing that. in the
Yeah, I've
last
seen
few
a lot of
years,
guys
so.
snag fish doing that, and not intentionally, but it just happens because it's back there shaking around. Your spoon's normally getting right down in front of the fish.
So the
If
fish
there's a
goes
high
after the spoon
concentrate-
and it flosses them or something.
Yeah,
Are they running a hook on the spoon?
yeah.
So they run a hook on the spoon and then they just have another like 2-foot leader to fly.
Like a double fly trailer. I mean, and unless you're using heavy line, it just creates a hell of a mess. Just makes that back leader just get twisted in a knot.
I like the idea. I mean, shoot, you know,
Yeah, those
you're
guys from
swinging-
Relentless
I mean,
told us they did
it's-
that. He showed me
Yeah,
some
that's
pictures
pretty
of how
cool.
he does
Like,
it.
I mean, I will do it. I will try it like one day.
It looked fishy.
I mean, if
We're
I'm-
talking steelhead now, though.
Yeah,
Yeah, we are. We got down a rabbit hole.
Yep. But yeah, no, that's a great question.
I'd just go to the next hole before I did that. I'd get in my boat and go to the next hole.
We'll have to play that.
Let's get this
We'll play
fish.
with
What do you
that.
got here with this fish?
Yeah, let's cook this really quick.
Wiggler questions, guys. Keep them coming.
Spoons and spinners as well.
Let me see.
Spoons and spinners as well.
You guys haven't.
No, I should.
Spoons, spinners, and wigglers is the title.
And cooking.
And now we're gonna cook dinner.
Oh yeah, we can talk spoons as well.
So,
I hate
I'm not going to be able to cook and talk spinners at the same time. You can't cook.
Well, that's a fact.
I'm just kidding.
won't be
Maybe I
cooking.
do them both at the same time. I could probably put this up here. Work on that Coleman sponsorship.
Reading some of your guys' questions here. Oh, no
yeah, makes
way.
We need Sean here for
What?
that.
He's like cooking some eggs.
Click. Go back to the side cam real quick.
Side cam. Side cam. I like side cam.
So what I was saying is, if you want as well, this is how I used to rig it. This is an older wiggler of mine. I used to put a split ring to a barrel swivel to an open eye, and I would run it like that. And as you can see, that hook is just the points right at the back of the wiggler. But as I started experimenting with a 4-bead chain and having it hang back a little bit, I started losing a lot less fish. So I went to that. And what Cam was basically saying is you could eliminate that. If you have an open eye hook where you can actually just bend it on with pliers, you could eliminate that second split ring that I have there. So you could just basically, and all this hardware that I just put on here, I took off the brad, so it's the same split ring that comes on the brads. I just reused it, repurposed it all. Try it though. I'm telling you, I don't know what Cam's talking about, but you lose a lot less fish that way. Okay.
Well, I'll season this stuff up really quick, and then I'll cook and talk about spinners.
Did you already skin it?
Skinned it.
Oh yeah, it looked like it. Oh wow.
It's skint.
It's skint.
Yeah.
What do we got? We got some Johnnies, some garlic and herb.
got a
Can you
little
not get
John-
fish
we're
all
going-
over my crap?
What it?
My wife's gonna be like, "Oh, why does the lid of my thing smell like
Why does our
fish?"
cabinet smell like rotten fish blood?
What
Dude, what do you want me to do? You should have brought out here little dishes.
We should have a sink.
All season
You
it.
should have brought it in
Tell me-
ramekins.
We should take this up to the
Here,
kitchen.
I'll just take it in this. My
Ramekins.
protective layer.
I just don't want my wife. You guys can relate. My wife's gonna stab me.
Just like when I had my crappy boat in your driveway.
Yeah, exactly.
More. Load it up.
Yeah, we're gonna flip it and dip it.
Dude, the old fillet away fish mat, dual purpose. You can use it as a plate.
And it works good as a plate because all the nasty stuff goes at the bottom.
Yes, I like it. And put some garlic and herb on there.
Mmm. Both my favorites.
We're gonna burn this.
That
place
I'd
down.
load that. Yeah, that stuff's what's gonna make it taste good.
Dude, you telling me how to cook?
That's true. Who am I kidding? Oh, here we are, cooking with addicted fishing.
Seriously, this is our first catch and cook, everybody. Thanks for being here.
I'm just gonna sit here and eat jerky now.
I know we did that catch and cook kokanee, and
The sturgeon.
the guy comments on there's a bunch of comments on the video. It's not even a catch and cook because you like took it home and cooked it or whatever.
That's right. I bought them at the store. Whatever.
Ooh,
Farm-raised.
the pepper.
Peppa. This fish has charisma. Alright.
Butter. How much butter you need?
We're going to use a lot of butter because, you only live once.
Let's get this freaking pan.
You live a lot shorter if you use a lot of butter.
No, there's
Actually, butter's good for you.
there's a
now,
thing
but
on
here
Facebook
now,
that said it was good for you.
Oh yeah. It'll be bad for you next
It
year.
has to be true.
What is going on?
Almost burned myself.
There we go.
I'm telling you.
Jet
Marlon
Marshall,
comes
thank
back
you.
looking like Marshall Mathers with no eyebrows.
I'm telling you guys.
No. Let's clean that out first.
I thought that was good stuff, man. That was all the flavor. You're killing all the flavor. Who washes
What
the
a little
pans?
girl scream. Aw. Come on.
Dude, I don't give a shit. I ain't shy.
Please let Marlon jet boil
I'll
this.
scream like a girl if I need to.
Let the show
All right.
begin.
Jordan, let's do this.
Okay.
Yeah, share this out here if you guys want to see Jordan burn my garage down. Share it out there to your family and friends.
Hashtag Marlon strikes again. Paula Dean would fully agree on the butter. The butter.
Where'd those spinners go?
Yeah, U20s. We used to do that actually back in the day a little bit. Do a little eye bending on them to cast and retrieve U20s.
Oh, yeah.
And the flame and glitter. Yep.
All right, so I'm going to throw a little mix and match at you
In
guys.
local news, 3 local fishermen burned down their garage.
U20s don't work.
Oh, my God.
Have you ever put pesto on your fish?
Every
Pesto's bomb.
other day, man.
Oh.
So last
Pesto's
night...
so
I'm
good.
not a pesto guy.
Yeah, it's so
Oh,
good
God.
on fish.
Uh-huh.
Where's the pesto then?
Last night, I made some halibut burgers
Shut up.
inspired by our trip to Alaska. And so I did
Halibut.
some of...
Did you get some halibut while you were there?
No, but I had some
Addicted
left over.
cookbook coming soon.
Exactly. But you can get this smoked Gouda dip from Fred Meyer in Salmon Creek, and I did like a blackened seasoning and then fried it and then put the smoked Gouda dip on top of it and put it in the oven. And then I ate it. It was
There's
nice.
something to rebuild after the fire.
That's the best super chat we got. Thank you, Sledderfish. A $10 super chat. Here's a little something to rebuild after the fire. Oh, great.
All right, Jordan, how hot do you want this?
Let's go a medium.
I think it's probably at a schmeat.
Yeah, it's looking good. So,
Oh, boy.
all that aside, we're going to throw that on and let that do its thing here for a minute. But hardware, I mean, it's a pretty
Shore lunches, yep.
roundabout subject here. We can talk about a lot. So you guys fire off your questions. I'm just going to show you a few examples of like the things that I like to use. Don't hate me because they're rusty.
Rusty hooks
Jordan,
stick better.
Throw that on here before this butter.
No, I just change every single one of my
Wow.
hooks out to a must-add Siwash
that
hook.
one.
So
Yeah.
I don't really care what they look like.
No.
No.
But anyhow,
He said medium. This whole, I'm telling you, the heat on this thing is not easy to control. So have fun.
Let it rip, Tater Chip. We need some fireworks in this garage.
tater chip.
Give Marlon an easy bake oven for cooking.
I don't give a shit. Everyone thinks it's funny. Like,
I think it's funny.
I don't care. I don't
going.
want to know. I like the fact that I come home and my wife cooks me dinner.
That's
and I'm gonna
right.
keep it
Yes,
that
sir.
way.
I'm a terrible cook. That's why I don't even try.
Jordan can keep cooking dinner for his girlfriend while I come home and my dinner's prepared for me.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
Sensitive subject.
Too soon for me.
Yeah.
Too soon.
Clint's like, I wish I had
Hey,
dinner.
that's gotta be pretty hot now.
Oh,
Yeah, that's right. What do you think?
that's a great question, Jason. Since
All
we're
right,
out here just cooking coho and talking wigglers, do you run a braided line straight to wigglers or use a mono leader? So I'll use a fluorocarbon leader if the water's real clear.
If it sticks to it, it'll be good.
Not that you really need it, but it just gives me a little more confidence in it. I'll run a 12-pound fluorocarbon leader about maybe 6 to 10 foot in front of that. Wigglers, braided line, or straight to it? Braided line straight to the wiggler?
No, I like a bumper and I tie a Rapala knot every time.
Yeah.
Which is a little extreme, but
Whatever works.
I just
No.
feel like you get a real good movement out of it. Again, I'm not the most, I'm a more novice wiggler fisherman for coho. I mean, of course, use crankbaits and all that forever growing
Right.
up and everything, but like,
Dude, you have to have a leader on a wiggler, especially if you use a treble hook, because if not, the braid catches
goes
on the
a
freaking
hook
trebles like
every
all the
single
time.
yeah.
It's so frustrating.
Well, that's a good question. Well, thank you, Keith Barlow, for the super chat.
Hell yeah,
You
Keith,
didn't get
thank
a question from it. When do you guys fish hoochie spinners for coho? You can take that one.
Yeah, I'm gonna say dirty water.
Got one right here.
You know, I feel like sometimes there's definitely days where I'm like, oh, I want to throw a hoochie spinner, and then there's definitely a lot of days on the river where I see people out doing it. I'm like, God, that's a little overkill, bud. You know,
and then they catch a fish.
exactly. So anytime, you know, I'm gonna say coho is just like any other fish, where changing your presentation is gonna always benefit you as an angler. So if you're gonna, you know, one of the biggest mistakes you can ever make fishing spinners or any kind of anything is going with one color and fishing one style all day long. That's gonna put you in a box. You know, throwing a hoochie spinner, going to a hole that you know there's fish, or maybe you don't know there's fish, but you have the time to figure it out. Fishing 2 different spinners, 3 different spinners, you know, having a hoochie in your pocket. Cameron saw when we were just on our little trip, I was putting a hoochie on and off from inside my pocket throughout the whole day, and I never caught a fish on it once. But there'll be those days where you're just going to catch a fish every cast. And you're going to be
Do you think
the
it's
man.
the fresher fish that like the hoochie spinners?
Yes. I don't feel like fish that have been around for a while like that big of a presentation.
Yeah.
You know.
I just noticed that, like, when I'm doing our trips up there, the first ones, it's like, man, hoochie spinners, I mean, sea-liced, dimers running it down on the surface, grabbing it before the blade's even turning.
Yeah.
Big though. You know, I think it's not the hoochie, it's just the size, right?
And then the color, I would say, doesn't necessarily matter as much either, you know, because if you're, I would not use the hoochie spinner setup in real clear water. I've never seen it be that effective, you know. again, if there's a really aggressive fish in there, it's going to bite.
You're
just
talking
about
in the
anything.
rivers.
Yes, in rivers.
Yeah, because I know like a lot of guys will use like hoochies off jetties, like saltwater, you know, or off the bank,
Right.
and that's clear water.
And it's
but I think
no
you're talking
surprise they eat squid and such as they're, out in those estuary, or excuse me, the estuary areas.
Right.
So it just kind of keys in on their natural feeding habits. They just left the river, they just left the estuary. They're coming in. They're recognizing stuff that they've been eating for 4 years of their life, 3 years of their life, and they see it and they're going to go after it. But I'm going to stick with normal spinners more often than not. But again, jumping right back to what I just said, having both of them, trying them is well worth it. Don't rely on your hoochie spinner to work all the time.
Yeah. Did you talk about hooks at all? Like what you're doing, switching your hooks out and stuff?
Yeah.
There's one. What knot did you say you prefer?
For the wiggler?
People are asking, for the bumper or your leader.
double clinch for me. Double clinch.
I tie a Rapala knot sometimes, but it's excessive. You don't
For a
have
spinner
to
or a
do it.
wiggler?
For wiggler.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, just a normal clinch knot, normal fisherman's knot for your spinner is gonna.
Clint, go to the side cam. This is how I rig my spoons, Jordan. Is this how you rig yours?
Yes. But with the mustad hook.
I think that is a mustad.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. I think this is just a smaller one. It might be a 2-aught.
But I'm gonna show you guys here in just a sec. I gotta flip the fish.
Yeah, so I got barrel swivel, split ring to your spoon, to another split ring.
Oh my god, it's
barrel swivel
so
to your.
good.
This is a size 2 or size 3-aught mustad.
Oh, right in the
Oh!
face. Ow!
I like that. Look at ever bury spinner blades in the dirt for a couple weeks, turns them a gem darker color.
Yeah, that's. I guess my box is the dirt. You just get it. A lot of spinners. I'm ashamed. I'm offended and.
Let's be honest.
I'm
Let's just look
ashamed.
at some of these things.
Yeah,
right now.
man.
Put your box under the side.
And I probably can't. Those ones that look like that, I'll tell you what. I've probably caught more fish than most people ever have on spinners.
Side
The
cam.
more beat up they are, just the better they've
There's
been
the ball. Look
used.
at that shot. That's amazing.
I even scratched it a little bit.
I see that. You can totally tell you scratched.
That's a
the hell out of
secret.
it.
Side cam
We're not
clip.
talking about that.
Oh, we're talking about it now.
The problem with the side camera is it just doesn't.
There's
The lighting's just
No,
not
the color's off. That's why you feel it there. Brady, thank you so much for the super chat, shanking us for all the guys, hard work, educating us, big scar fishermen. You guys rock. Thank you very much, Brady. We do appreciate that, bud.
As you can see, Jordan's spinner box is pretty haggard.
Okay, that does.
And
That's
lot
a
of
box that's been down the
Smells
river
really
many a times.
the box has been all over the world. I get like a connection to some spinners that I've had for a long time because you're like,
Like that one I picked.
exactly.
That one looked. Oh, look, this one's even. He did the same thing to this one too.
You're like, ooh, I remember this river back in
Scratched it.
14.
This one here. Come on. Come on.
It will for sure.
There it is. Oh, look at that one. That's custom there, bro.
Go ahead, Clint.
Custom. Nick Searle, thank you for the super chat. Appreciate it.
Bro, be
Oh, look at this. Side cam action with the cook and the coho.
rocking all the fixins.
Money.
Should I
The
just
old
pour?
Coleman Instastart getting it done.
We need smell-o-vision up in here.
Let's see the addictive cooking show. Should we do that one day?
I need
Like
a
do like
hat.
fish and chips? Do like just whatever we do? I don't know. Do people want to see
I
that?
would love to do a few of my favorite salmon
Just do one of those
recipes
like
for
in
you
the
guys.
kitchen somewhere. No.
And we've been talking about coming out with some tutorials lately on it too. So whenever we get some extra time, you guys. will
I've
get some cool
got
videos.
my favorite salmon dip that I bet not too many people do. That would be kind of cool to show.
Yeah.
Like
Cody.
Like with leftover fish and stuff, or just
No, like what I put on top of like a salmon and bacon.
Dude, Cody Lindbergh's got some pretty bomb
Yeah, right.
recipes.
That's a good idea.
We should all do our best and have like a contest between all of us.
That's a great idea.
I'll win, but I can't tell you what it is then now. And I was going to tell everybody, but now I'm not going to. Addicted
Now that it's a
apron.
competition. All right, but go back to this side cam here, Clint. I'm going to show you guys, and this is kind of all the different styles of spinners. You got a number 5 blue fox. Hoochie slipped right on the hook there. Obviously, it's kind of not rocket science how you put those on there. You go right through the hole, slide them up. A lot of times, I have some hoochies that are the mouth is a little bit bigger than the shank of the hook, I'll hook them right like halfway through the hoochie here, like so that it actually holds on to the hoochie itself. But I got every kind of spinner basically that I'll use. These are Northwest Extreme Outfitters. These are super heavy. It's like a 9mm bullet that they use to make these.
Huh.
So that thing's probably 3/8 of an ounce at
Zero.
least. So these work good in their own realm. Obviously that one's a little rusty
Super
too.
Cat River name. Yeah,
These work really good in their own realm because you can get them down. You can fish them hard. I call them spinner plugs because they thump really, really hard. And they work extremely well in some situations. Not in shallow water, obviously. Your classic number 4 Blue Fox. You got your Michael Jacksons. These are R&B spinners. You can find these online. But you can see here how each of these I either have the hook cut off or I've changed the hook. And that's what Marlon was talking about a second ago. I always add these 2/0 or 4/0 must-add Siwash hooks on there. And that's mainly just from personal experience over the last couple of years. Oh, that's perfect. We're done. Basically,
Real
just from
fast.
my personal experience of the last couple of years of fighting losing fish on some of these aftermarket spinners. You know, the ones that come with your Blue Fox spinners and such seem to work pretty darn good. Just because they're a big, wide gap hook.
Get
Seriously.
that garbage away from me. Real fast. I do want to bring up one more thing before we delve into this little guy here on the spin. Oh, I'm sorry. Were you done
No,
with
you're
your
good.
spinners?
No, you're good. I was just
I saw-
talking hooks, but we can go back.
So Travis Toth, I saw you asked who's going to be there in Fife. So I know we announced this at the start of the show, and now we almost got 500 of you guys watching.
Oh my.
We need to
Put the flyer back
we
up,
just
Clint.
we need to reiterate that we are not having the bash tomorrow night in Sportco in Fife. We just realized that unfortunately with the Seahawks game, the traffic, and people wanting to watch the Seahawks play the Rams, we ended up bumping the bash till next Thursday, October 10th, same time, same place. But we had to push it back for a week. Like I said, we got a lot of messages, an overwhelming amount of messages saying, talking about, I guess there's a ton of traffic and a ton of just stuff people just don't want to deal with, right? And so we just figured it'd be in our best interest and your best interest and Sportco's best and everybody's best interest to just push it off a week. So now the bash is going to be Thursday, October 10th in Fife, Sportco.
And we should all be there.
Yeah.
I don't know how much Jordan will be speaking because we have Brianna Zimmerman speaking, but I'm sure he'll be there to answer questions or show you his favorite twitching jig or whatever. We should all be there.
We should just talk together. I mean,
Yeah. We'll all be there. So
You've got one, two maybe on Twitch and Jig.
yeah, a couple.
Yeah, just a couple.
Maybe not.
We hope to see all you guys there. It's a freaking blast, and you can get another entry to win
Randy
that
Stitsworth.
boat.
That's it. Most of us subscribers received an email about the change. Good job.
Yep.
On
I
the
got
email
it.
blast.
All right,
Beautiful.
side cam, Clint. Show everybody
Thank you. Sorry, guys.
the beauty
Oh, look at
and
that
the
crust.
bounty. It looks more burnt than it actually is.
I was going to say, that camera is not
No,
helping
it's not
that out.
giving
It
it- I'll go to
looks
the good
way better
camera.
than that. Oh, yeah, go to the
Go to
good
the good
cam.
camera.
Go to the good cam.
Can't have people being like, oh, Jordan burns beans.
We're going to eat, yeah. Look, we didn't burn. Oh, there it is.
Blackened.
Anybody got some garnish?
Oh, yeah, we put some parsley on that thing.
Some tartar sauce.
We could sell. Oh, tartar. Give me tartar upstairs.
That's my girlfriend, no lemon.
Oh, there it is. Oh, they got a good shot of it.
Yum.
I'm sure there's some of your locks in there.
In the fish or in the frame?
In the fish.
All right, we're eating this,
You didn't wear a hairnet.
dude.
How is it?
It looks hot.
I was gonna say.
It's unreal.
I'll take his word for it. I'll eat it.
Yeah.
Is it good or is it
You'd rather
disgusting?
take a butcher's word for it.
Is it good or is it
It's really good.
Tastes
Why would
like-
it be disgusting?
I don't know.
It's fried in butter and it has garlic on it. Come on.
Yeah, it was swimming like
want
an
a
hour.
fresh
It
one?
was like literally swimming an hour ago. I don't think it can get much fresher than that unless you
Pretty
shore
good.
lunched his butt.
It's pretty good. Charles, want some?
I'm good.
Andrew,
Whatever.
you wanna try some of this?
You guys don't deserve any. Attaboy.
So you better get in there. Clint, you don't get any. Don't stand up.
You got any of that dipping sauce?
Get up here.
Damn, it is
In your
good.
wings?
I'll take a piece.
It is pretty good. I'm not gonna lie.
You went back for seconds and you know it's good.
Waits till everybody else eats it.
I know. Like, let's see if anybody dies. Clint, here you go.
It'll be like,
Give
oh,
a
it is
shot.
good. I told you.
Give it a shot, Clint.
Clint, come have
Get
some.
up here now. Quit being a wussy.
No more cussing.
I said wussy.
I know, but
Wuss.
Oh, it
It's
is
hard
smoky.
fresh.
It is a little smoky in here now.
Damn, it's
Hey,
pretty.
man, you guys did a good job.
For just frying that right there, right, and putting like nothing
you
on
guys,
it,
you
it
guys
does
did
taste
a good job.
really
It
good.
looks really clean. But that's the thing about Coho. Coho are real clean tasting. They're not fishy at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not real oily like a Chinook.
I know seconds.
It's damn good.
I know. I was looking at.
I wish
them.
I could share with some of you people watching. They're probably all like, dude, what the hell?
Get back to talking.
Just look at this though.
Look how orange it looks on here.
Oh no, just let it go. Let it go. Let's catch it for that.
Damn, that does look good. You should get really close, Cam, with your mouth and like watch you.
No.
Put it in there, that
Tongue
chewy-
first.
Oh,
Tongue
no.
first.
Slow motion.
You can chew like
wow.
Clint does.
Put the whole rest of that in your mouth. Eat that whole piece.
Let's make some more.
Why not?
Yeah. Cook the next piece.
Jordan, cook some more. He even said before, he's like,
God, that is good.
should I cook more of this? And I'm like, nah, I don't think we need to. No,
That is
really
actually
goes to
really, really, really good. That's why I like Ocean Coho. Or just Coho in general.
that seasoning.
That's me eating salmon. I
just
don't eat
that
salmon.
that three little combination like was perfect.
I've been using even lately, like, that's why I say when people are like, oh, I don't eat fish, I'm tired of it, I ate it too much. I'm like, well, you just stop trying. Because I literally put something different on fish almost every single
Clint.
time.
We need to make an
cook it.
addicted seasoning blend.
Oh!
There you go.
That's what we do out there, guys.
Dude. I'll go to Winco and
Johnny
make a
seasoning
starter
salt,
pack.
Mrs. Dash, garlic and herb,
That was retarded.
and
Good.
some salt and pepper.
You done good. We didn't burn the place
And
down.
then all we did was cook it in some butter.
butter.
Turned out good.
Cooked it in some butter. Butter, boys. That was really good.
Yes.
Good job, guys.
Jordan, are you cooking more or what?
I can whip it out.
Whip it out.
Is there any way we can variate how we
Do a different one?
I don't know.
Mayonnaise and barbecue sauce like you want.
Second dinner?
both those, Jordan.
We need that.
Mayonnaise and bar- don't you do that in an oven though?
Yeah, you do it on tinfoil.
Yeah, we couldn't do that then. What's another?
We could put tinfoil on this.
It's not really that cool.
Grilled drizzle with honey. That's a good idea.
It's not really that cool. All right. Well, anyways, back to the spinners. So that we're not here
Talk
all
about
night.
the spoon too.
All right.
But Cajun. Ooh, yeah.
Mm.
No, Cajun.
Like down on the bayou.
Like pop your Cajun popcorn.
Cajun popcorn. Oh wow, yes, that was good. We're gonna have to try that again.
No,
We'll
we're
put it
not.
up here so somebody eats it.
Dude, remember how blown away we were by the boiled peanuts?
in Florida?
Yeah.
Oh, they were freaked out. They're like, what are those?
Dude,
I'm like, you
like,
guys,
why are you boiling peanuts and
Yeah.
you just sell it at a gas
You
station?
guys have obviously never left
Never,
Washington.
yeah. Totally. Do a lock or snap to the hardware. Let's talk about
No.
that. So no,
No.
no.
A
Do you
dual
do a
lock?
lock
Do you
or
do dual
snap?
lock?
I don't do anything.
Yeah.
I even cut the swivels off that come on the R&Bs. Like these.
Addicted
like-
pesto, Creole and brown sugar.
Creole, yeah, that was the
Ooh, we
seasoning.
could do
All
some
right.
brown sugar.
Do that.
That would be bomb. Should we cook some brown sugar salmon?
Got any maple syrup or something? So
You
I even
just
go
do
ahead
butter and brown sugar. It turns out so good.
for some dessert fish,
Yeah.
like pineapple. But I'll even cut the swivel off of I used to add the barrel swivel down to the bottom when I'd build these myself and add the hook to it, but just because I was losing so many fish, I was getting so pissed off about it that I was just trying new methods to where that fish could roll around and not catch that hook on that wire of that spinner and roll itself off. But then once I started switching, again, another sales ploy, once I started switching to these mustad hooks, it's whatever. You can see the shape here. Clint put it up here. Now this one's obviously different. So actually, these are two about the same size. But you see the difference in these two hooks, just the way they're shaped. So the one behind it's like a Yamatsu.
Sickle hook.
Yeah, just a normal Big River style hook. But then you have
So is the mustard the one that's more rounded?
It's
or more
well, look at the bend on it,
yeah,
Cam.
it's
Offset.
more rounded
Yeah,
and
see that
it's
offset?
offset is key.
That's
And that's-
huge. Look at that.
Like I wish I should airdrop Clint a couple pictures of some of the fish that I've been catching on these and getting pictures. Like it'll pin their whole
Nail
mouth
sriracha.
shut, or it's like completely wrapped
I
in
got
and just
that,
all the
yeah.
way into its maxillary. Which, I just don't like losing fish much at all, but especially on spinners. It's one of the more surefire hookups. That you're usually not really expecting to bite. They come up, they grab it, full mouth open, close their mouth, turn away, and so. Finding that right hook combination really made it a lot easier for me, or a lot A lot more
Have you
successful.
tried using the mustad hook with a barrel swivel drop back?
No.
I just really like having it drop back a little bit because I do think when they grab and turn, it's like, it just catches them as they
It's
turn.
deeper in the corner.
Yeah. It just hangs it back a little bit farther, so as they turn, it
Well,
grabs
I
them like every time.
I can't tell you how many times I've watched
But-
steelhead, more specifically, short strike my spinners. Like come up, like sight fishing them, they'll come up, grab it, let it go and spit around and turn around before you're like, what just happened?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I learned that. Well, I learned that
So I
from
wonder
you.
if that setback would help with that.
Well, I remember the first time we went to Alaska, I was reeling in, and you're like, he's got it, he's got it, he's got it. What are you doing? Set the hook, and I'm like, I felt like nothing.
Stop yelling at me.
Yeah, I didn't even feel it. Like I didn't even know the fish even had the spinner, but he had grabbed it and like ran it towards
Swam
me.
with it. Coho do that a lot.
Yeah.
More than any species, I'd say. Though it'll teach you, and especially if you get lucky enough. And this year is kind of one of those years where we have some clear water and low water. You'll actually watch some of the fish swim over and eat your spinner or any hardware, and you'll notice that a lot of times when you got it way out there in a run and you're slowly swinging it through, and all you feel is your blade stop spinning, and you don't really know why, and you just kind of reel faster, and then all of a sudden it starts spinning again, and you're back to fishing. I'd say a good 50% of the time that's a fish grabbing it. Because all they do is grab it, they're going at the same speed as that spinner was because that's how fast they're chasing it. They grab it, they feel it's metal, they open their mouth and spit it out, and they just keep swimming away. And it's exactly like what happened to Marlon in that story. I'm watching his spinner over his shoulder, and he's just reeling and looking around, and his spinner just disappears, but the fish is swimming at the same pace as he's reeling. So he doesn't feel it, and I'm like, set it! And he's like, what? Oh, okay. And I can't imagine how many fish most people miss, and even myself, all year by doing that.
Can you show the mustad hook again real fast?
Yeah.
And then also, guy asked about trout. So would you switch all your stuff to single hooks for trout?
Yeah, what do you do for
or
trout?
do you keep the trebles?
I keep the trebles. If I'm on wild rivers or places that have, like, here in Oregon, we have a couple rivers that have wild trout, wild red side trout, and it's considered a trophy fishery,
Okay.
so it's mostly catch and release. And immediately I'll cut my trebles off just because you're just tearing the heck out of their mouth. And some of those fish are getting caught a dozen times a year.
Right.
There's a lot of people fishing for them, so you want to take the best care of them that you can. I'll pinch my barb, switch to a single. But if I'm fishing any kind of stalker, or any kind of lake, pond, whatever, and there's not a bunch of native trout that have to be released, I'll leave the treble on all day long because it's a little different. But I feel like the way a salmon and a steelhead fight when you're in moving fast current and water. The only reason I really switched to the sidewash is because of how I fish the spinner. It's the only reason. The other day I had a client and I found the spinner in the gravel or whatever, and I'm like, oh crap, it's a good one. Put it on. Paint was still on it, hook was still good, and it was a treble. And he snagged up the first cast, and I apologized. I'm like, that was my fault. Because I set him in a run where he needed it, like it would have been touching the bottom as it fished through. And I'm like, don't worry, man, it was my fault. Because I knew better. I knew I should have switched my treble out. Because I lost it instantly, That's the only reason. It doesn't help you necessarily land more fish. So going back to the trout, I'd keep the treble on there because you're going to have more hooks,
I don't know, man. I played with that a lot back in the day, especially on this, on our home river when we used to have a lot of summer steelhead, dude. If you did not switch that blue fox, that treble hook out to a sidewash, you might as well just forget every fish that you hook.
Yeah.
Because what would happen is they'd come up, and a lot of times they'd only get like one treble, like one side of the treble in their mouth, and then they're hanging on by one little thing. Like they wouldn't. It's not like they choke on the entire spinner and put it down their throat. It seems like when you set the hook on, I don't know. I just lost a lot of fish on a treble.
Yeah.
But steelhead and salmon, in particular, trout, they don't fight like that. They like roll in and like I don't know. They're different.
They give you a couple free willy jumps.
Yeah.
But they're not holding a real tight point of contact against you. They're not running up and down into the current.
Exactly.
It's a whole different ball game for the trout.
Yeah. Agreed.
Did you show that hook again in the side cam?
Oh no, I put it away instead. Here we go. Actually, I'll grab a bigger one. All right, so here's your hooks again.
What are you doing?
Yeah, Clint needs to do something there.
That's a great question, Doug. We'll get to that one in a second.
So, you see the difference here. Different shape. The mustad hook is the bigger one with the wider gap. But then the more important part that we were really commenting on is that offset. The mustad hook is this one over here with that bigger offset.
Yeah, because see, when you line them up on the left hook there is flat.
And I used to go through and, most guides that I know would have gone through and bent those hooks over, even on their spoons, to give it that little bit of offset because they don't come like that from the factory. But these mustad hooks, they've done that already themselves. And what happens is with that offset is a fish grabs, he makes one movement, in whatever direction that is, that hook is actually getting torque and actually pulling into that fish's mouth rather than just sticking straight forward. Because that's what I mean, what I was saying just a second ago about that straight point of contact. You have one straight point of contact and the hook doesn't bend or move in any direction. All that fish has to do is reverse contact. It has to just go the opposite way of it getting hooked and it will come off. But if that thing twists in, they can do full 360s like Coho like to do, and they're going to stay on there. All right.
Sweet.
Any more questions?
Rod for spinners.
All right. I got
Thank
one
you.
behind
Yeah, that
me.
was the one. That's what I was looking for. I'm like, what was that dang question? It was the rod question. Thank you.
9-footer. GSP.
I throw wigglers with that as well. Works really good.
8 to
Stephen
17.
Irving, no, I don't think it does. Especially you're not doing that extreme of a bend. Sorry, I just wanted to knock that one out.
One of my favorite spinner rods to date. A lot of it for me is length. Too long of a spinner rod, no sensitivity. Too short, no sensitivity. Get snagged a lot. Having that right amount of length so that you can control your line, because a lot of times, the way I prefer to fish spinners is almost like swinging a fly. A lot of it is mending, a lot of it's line control with the water, and that's going to control your depth. And so having a right length of rod but still having sensitivity, I really like this one. The X series that they came out with, I think it's a 9.2. Like this, it's obviously not on the market yet, but I really like that. It had a lot of sensitivity. But having a nice, almost like a good, something you would prefer to drift fish with, where you can feel bottom and you can feel contact. And of course, I'm going to have my braided line, so I have a lot of sensitivity with that blade. More than anything, it's going to save you spinners because you're not going to be snagging as much. And two, you're going to fish better because you're going to detect bottom. It's kind of like the twitching jig thing we always preach is why we made a heavy one, so you can find bottom. You don't want to anticipate bottom because that's when you snag. You want to find bottom and fish it. So with the 9-foot guide select, I like to go a little bit lighter. I have a 4,000 series reel, but you can use 3,000 series, whatever works best, or however big a river you're fishing. I fish a little bit bigger river, and or guys that are fishing from the bank are going to want a little bit bigger reel. But I like to keep it under a 30-pound, like a 30-pound to a 40-pound, preferably 30s. 20 to 30-pound test for throwing the spinners is my preferred weight because it cuts through the water better. If you use a 50-pound or a 40-pound or anything, it's going to have a lot of drag on that water current when you cast out and start swinging your spinner through. So it's going to pull it right to the surface 90% of the time. So keep it at a 30, and always braid. So there's a bumper on there. Obviously, I think anybody who's watching any of the tutorials, you'll see. But we pretty religiously put a bumper on just about every technique that we use, just out of sheer habit almost. And with the spinners, if you tie a braid straight to the spinner, just like the wigglers, it'll wrap around the blade every time, and you'll get one out of every 4 casts will be a floppy little spinner out there that ain't working for you. So it gets really annoying.
That's why it's really important.
3 questions here real fast. So, fishy days. He's asked about casting wigglers from the bank. No brainer.
Oh yeah,
Do it all the time.
easy to cover a lot of water, like Cam said earlier.
And the right spot, especially if you have like a ledge in front of you, something like that, where they can get a little, let the wiggler do its depth gig.
That's all I used to do. There was a deep hole on the
yeah.
local river. I'd walk right up to it and sit there for hours and cast wigglers and get my limits.
Greg asked, how shallow is too shallow for fishing a spinner?
No such thing.
No such
I
thing.
just changed
6
it.
inches.
Yeah, I just changed the style of spinner. If I'm fishing shallow, fast water, I'm going to use a bell body, more commonly a Blue Fox, maybe another brand one of these days.
That's one thing I'm going to say quickly as I fish with Jordan a lot on the rivers. And one thing that I never do is when he's fishing a spinner, he switches constantly. all the time. Like, he's always switching to a bell body, to a heavier spinner, to this spinner, to that. You're just switching all the time, and I never realized how much you really needed to switch, and you're speaking to it right now just because of different waters. You're switching to fish the different waters.
And a lot of it's speed, I find, with the spinner. Like, if you're fishing a heavy or like a small diameter, a small style body spinner in fast water, it's falling through the water fast. So, one, you have to just rip it through there to keep it from snagging. And two, it's not getting a good presentation because it's going too fast. But you switch to a bell body and something like that the upwellings and the current within that shallow water is going to actually keep that spinner off the bottom and allow you to fish it through there slower. You can actually slow your reel down. You can get that blade going and actually have a lot
Trying to steal my spoon,
more
bro?
abrasive. Which one? Oh, yeah. You could have a more abrasive presentation, that being it just sits there in front of those fish's face. And then if I'm going to be fishing deeper water, I'll go to that Northwest Extreme Outfitter or one of the bullet bodies from R&B or something like that.
Or if you just want to piss them off.
Yeah.
Because I remember on a particular river, you went to that spinner just so you could get it down fast and smash it on the bottom quickly to just freaking mess with them.
Literally was just bouncing it.
Uh-huh.
It worked, too.
It did.
Couple things here.
Impressive.
C4 cake. When you catch your Ohio steelhead, post it on our Facebook Addicted Fishing group page. I want to see that.
That's one thing I was going to say quickly. If
There's
you
a
guys,
lot of guys in the Midwest.
yeah, and if you guys want us to share your photos or you want us to see your photos, post them on Instagram and tag us. Tag at Addicted Fishing. We love to see all the We have tons of people tagging us on Instagram daily, but we would love more of it. We'd love to see all your pictures. We'd love to share them on our Instagram page. So on our Instagram, Addicted Fishing, just tag us. Tag us in your fishing catches that you guys catch, and make sure you go follow us on Instagram.
Yeah, so it was awesome today. I was fishing this hole for a good 30 minutes with eggs, not a single hit. Switched to a spinner, first cast, boom, nice go. Yeah, changing that presentation so drastic from a subtle egg bite to an irritating spinner bite, no question.
I don't know what it was. Something in the water today something with the barometric pressure. It was a spinner day.
Zach, that sweatshirt will be available on www.addicted.fishing.
Yeah, next week we're going to put these jackets out.
Yep. And last question, Curtis, for the high, he asked, so the follow-up question to the last one I asked about the shallow, how shallow is too shallow. He said high in a system, shallow water, targeting salmon. You better not be targeting them on the reds.
No.
Spinner though, right?
Shun you.
I'm not accusing you if you were. But I mean, for like shallow water, high up in a river, maybe some steelhead holding in riffles, something like
Let's
that.
talk about that. You said that targeting them in reds comment, and that kind of frustrates me because for example, on that video that we just posted where you guys are twitching, we've been getting a lot of comments where people are like pissed off at you guys for catching spawned out coho.
Right next to one with sea lice?
That's what I mean. And so can you speak on that a little bit?
I never saw those.
It's because I delete them before you can see them. If they're too like crazy and jerk, I just delete them.
Well, I mean, if they're too stupid, what you mean is if they're too stupid and uneducated and have a big mouth.
Exactly.
Okay, yeah.
Well, regardless, I mean, I've heard a lot of people. I've heard that with steelhead as well. It's like when you're out fishing, it's not like you're not going up to the reds and targeting a spawning fish.
Some guys are.
Yeah, a lot of people.
Some guys are.
I mean, experience is going to tell you to fish where you see a fish, and and not everybody sits and talks about fishing all day and understands that when a fish is at X point in the river doing Y and there's clean gravel underneath him, nobody's ever probably told that person, well, that fish is doing a job and don't mess with it or else it will not be able to do its job. You'll catch the hen that's about to spawn there, stress her out, and she'll squirt all her eggs on the bank that are supposed to go right there in the gravel. But obviously nobody who probably watched that is watching this live feed that would comment on something like that, but it's just uneducation. If
I say there wasn't a spawn, there wasn't a red within 4 miles of that area, and if a fish moves up, that's colored up, and he freaking grabs.
Well, also some
we're
of
not
those
going to get into details, even explaining what the spots that we were fishing were, because it doesn't really matter to anybody. Like, there was high muddy water.
I wasn't speaking specifically to that. I was just using that as an example because over the years,
you caught the only dark fish in the episode, didn't you?
I think so.
The one giant one.
The giant one, and that's the one that you got the comments on.
Oh, goodness.
Oh. Well, they don't know. They're too stupid to know.
Marlon's getting us riled up.
No, if they don't know, they don't. I mean, if they don't know and they don't
You guys got riled up on your own. I was using it as an educational piece to let people know that. Right. No. And one thing also with coho, especially buck coho, when they enter the river, they're coloring up pretty much instantly.
Yeah.
pretty much right when they enter.
They catch them in the salt water.
And they
with
spawn.
sea
They
lice,
spawn
yeah.
with multiple females too, so they're on the prowl. They're on the hunt. They're moving around. I mean, that fish
Up and down river. Exactly.
yeah, I was gonna say it's not like, but catching a fish like. I mean, shoot, even us Chinook fishing today, we caught one that was definitely closer to spawn, and one that was like chrome bright sea lice, literally 5 minutes apart in the same hole. Like
That's
you
what I'm saying.
Come across dark fish,
Yeah.
but targeting fish that are actively digging a red in front of you is a different thing. And just because someone posts a picture or caught one on a video of a darker fish doesn't mean he was targeting a red or a spawning ground of a fish.
Exactly.
Right. It's more of a.
That's kinda what I meant.
Someone who would make that comment basically has no clue what they're talking about and should just quit fishing.
but definitely just
No,
an
but I mean, there's
indication
an
of run timing,
education
you know?
piece to it. Yeah, it's not the same. So, anyways.
Cool.
Yeah, no,
That was all I
if
wanted.
they get mad at it, then I had a great time. That fish ran down my jig, and I caught it, and it freaking spooked me.
And it was huge.
And it was huge.
And it made for a great YouTube thumbnail.
That's right. It was awesome. Awesome fish. Awesome fish. That's all I had for catching up. Anyway.
Any other questions? You guys got any other questions tonight? You guys think we should probably do one more little quick giveaway and call it, huh?
I know, you
Yeah.
guys have hung out. Shoot, there's almost 450 you guys watching right now between the two. So let's do one more giveaway since you guys all hung out. You guys all just, let's be honest, you all wanted to see if we were going to burn the set down.
Are you doing the eggs?
Let's be honest. Oh, we have some eggs.
Yeah, but we're not gonna get.
We're not going to do that. What's that? Yep. When you guys go to Seattle, just give out long leaders for all the dentists.
That's what somebody asked earlier, and I'm not making fun of you. They asked if we had addicted corgis. We probably should, though.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Somebody earlier was like,
we just
"Who's
lost the
the
camera.
forbidden marlin
Go to
here?"
side cam. Hold on. Oh, it went to side cam automatically. Oh no, we just lost the camera. But we are at side cam, where we're still with you guys.
What happened to the camera?
Can they hear you? Can they hear me? Oh yeah, they can hear
They
me.
can
Yeah.
hear you. I don't know. Stand by.
Let's see. That was a great video. For those of you guys that don't know the video that we're talking about on our Addicted YouTube channel, we do a series called Addicted Life, and you should really check out the next one because or the one that was out. It was a really good episode. We were twitching jigs for Coho in the great state of Maine. Yeah, it was
Didn't
fun.
you get inquiries on fishing in Maine?
Oh my god. I've got at least a half dozen, dude. At least. Yeah.
It's confusing though because they're asking about the Portland area.
Yep, steal it. Chris Peabody, I think I got it. I gotta check my DMs, bud. Yep. Clint lowholed you. Yes, he did, Adam. He's lowholing us right now by not having the main camera up. So, yeah.
I'm gonna overcure these eggs for all you addicts out there.
Yes, Craig, that was Jordan's rig on Facebook today.
I'm not sure how I feel about that. It's freaking paparazzi out there now.
Paparazzi getting you. Gotcha.
Can't get away with anything these days.
I think we should give away that spinner box. What do you think?
Yeah, right.
I think we should. I love giving other people stuff away.
It's fun.
To St. Joe in Michigan. Shit, I
Go
want
out and
to.
see what-
Ooh, I've heard of that
I
one.
know, I've heard of that one.
They're gonna figure out here pretty soon how worms work out there.
Yeah.
Because the St. Joe looks.
Because the last time we heard,
fishy.
because the last place we went to where our guys were like, worms don't work. It's a Washington thing.
Well, I believe I
then-
don't know if it's the St. Joe or the Muskegon or something like that, but actually has a bunch of wild fish.
Are
Yeah.
you saying a bunch of river names?
Yeah, we are.
But they're
Wow.
It's a 2,000 river mile radius rule.
It doesn't matter, dude. Those guys in the Midwest
I know,
are
that's
gonna
true.
be pissed.
Well, they're the ones who posted the name up there.
they like to talk names on the East Coast. Well, the Midwest
Yeah.
is the East Coast, obviously, but
Dude, we're gonna-
Who cut someone's fishing line on one of the episodes?
I think that was.
That would be Clint, because Clint's a jerk. We are going to do Chum Fest 2.0. We got to have
yes.
another battle. There's
Gotta
been
get
a
that
year
on
of
the
crying
schedule.
because the young
I'm-
bucks got
dude.
handed to them.
I'm
gotta be the
joining
same
that.
people.
I'm joining the
What
Young
team are
Guns.
you going to go in?
Young Guns.
Young Guns? Oh, all right. Go away. Yep,
Dude, I got a good little prize pack for you guys.
Oh, he's coming up with the prize pack.
Yeah.
What do you got?
Let's go to the side camera. real quick.
Side cam.
I got a nice little
Every
cool,
time we go side cam.
cool little
side
sticker
cam.
pack. Okay, first of all, since we talked about hardware, I figured, man, it's fitting. We might as well give some P-line spoons away. So we're going to give you 2 of the 2/5, 2 of the 2/3 P-line Pro Steel spoons.
Damn!
Shout out to P-line for hooking those up. If you guys want to purchase those, you can get them at their website or anywhere else. And then also, we got a badass little sticker pack that I just threw together. We got an OG Fishing Addicts Northwest. OG status, established in 2009. Got an Addicted sticker.
Woo.
Got an Addicted Alaska 2 sticker. We got a Minn Kota decal. We got a Hatchery and Wild Coexist.
Yeah.
Make sure you guys check them out. Hatchery-wild-coexist.com. I'm getting good at that. Leader Feeder decal. Bunch of stickers that you guys can throw on your tackle boxes and stuff. Jordan's over here curing up some eggs and some coho sperm.
I mixed it in there.
Oh my god.
Uh-oh. We lost him in Cam again.
What's going on with it?
Batteries goes.
How many of you guys out there watching do that with your fish? Do you guys ever use not just the female eggs, but the coho sperm as well in your egg curing? Sperm.
All right, I think I know what the question should be. So all you guys out there paying attention.
So you guys on YouTube, thumbs up this
up.
video, please.
Sweet little giveaway. So I think I got the question, Nobby.
Okay, so you guys just gotta thumbs it up, share it out there, and then answer this question from Cam.
Here's the question. Will you be... Brandon, thank you for the super chat, Hatchery and Wild. Will you guys be at the Sportco event on October 10th in Fife, Washington? Now, we know there's a lot of guys from the Midwest.
There's a lot of
They're
guys
going
that
to say
aren't
no,
around here.
and we understand not traveling
Dude,
2,000
how
miles to go to our event.
epic would that be? If someone from the Midwest flew out here to
Who
one of
wants
our
to have
bashes,
one?
I would freak out.
We would have to go.
We would have to have one in the Midwest for sure.
We'd have to go. Hey,
We need to plan that.
January?
dude.
That could
There's
be.
people asking about that.
Dude, maybe
Anyways,
we should
so,
put together one.
Yes
This is too
or no. October 10th. You have to answer the question so we know that we can put you guys in
Dude,
the
lots
drawing.
of yeses.
Lots of yeses.
What is up,
You
guys?
know, no, I'm from. Yeah, no, from Oregon. We understand it. We understand. Don't be shy to tell us no. But if you're going, say yes. October 10th. Yep.
It's just if you say no, you probably won't win.
That's not true. Now Jordan's gonna skew the freaking answer.
But we're just curious. I see. I've already seen like 30 yeses.
Please
And
don't lie.
Wow, people are oh my gosh. And yeah, and don't think. Here's the thing: if you say yes
sorry,
and you
I'm just
win,
kidding,
you better be
everyone.
there because if we catch you lying to us, we're just using this as a little bit of a gauge so we understand how many people
Look
are
at
going to
these
be there.
comments.
Yeah, it's going crazy. Lots of yes, and dude, there's a lot of yeses in there. For next Thursday, October 10th. Yes, October 10th. I love it, Zach.
Dude, you guys, we're gonna randomly select. We got 4 P-line spoons and an awesome little sticker pack. Clint, you want to throw the flyer
We'll
up real quick so we can
Bob's
know what
was
we're talking
fun.
about?
Yeah, this is beautiful.
So, guys, if you're wondering what we're talking about, it's
gonna be a
October 10th
Party.
at Sportco in Fife. I kind of wanted to do it to not do it. I wish we would have just kept it on the 3rd just because I could have seen a game. I would have known how much better than the Seahawks we are.
Seahawks are pretty cool. Let's not bash the Seahawks here right now, Marlon.
Hey!
Russell Wilson's a pretty good dude. Yeah, there's a lot of yeses. And, yeah, we understand too. Like I said, a lot of guys said they've already gone to some of them too. Yep. Close to home.
That's awesome.
Went to Vancouver. Yes, I'll be working. So I
So,
can
guys, we
ride.
have this one. We have one more coming up on October 17th, I think.
Yep.
And then we'll have a couple more in November, which the dates are
Which will
to
be
be
talking
decided.
Steelhead.
And when we do the
I'm not gonna
November
start that
ones,
crap
we're
earlier.
going to be talking steelhead.
Addicted is greater than Seahawks.
Maybe our first winter bash. Other
Yes,
than that
October
one should
10th,
be
Sportco. Dean, thank you.
Midwest.
Yep.
Dude,
Keep
that's-
answering, guys. Yes or no's. Yes or no's. Yep. See who. Zach H. See you tomorrow.
See
No, you
who.
won't. Zach H. We are not going to be there tomorrow.
How many people do you
Can
think
you do a
show
bash
up?
in Central Oregon? Nick Andes. $10 super chat. We always talk about it. And, dude.
Yes,
Did we
but-
say-
yes,
did we
but
say
we're
thank
not
you to all
talking.
these super chats?
Oh, we definitely have.
Raider Nation. Did you see that super chat by a Raiders guy? $4.99 super chat for a Raiders fan. We have to give a shout out to the Raiders.
Raider Nation,
Raider
baby.
Nation representing.
My wife would be stoked. She
Wow.
loves the Raiders.
Man, I wonder if any of the Seahawks will put up.
Dude, shout out. Thank you so much. Thanks so
thank
much
you,
for
bud.
those super
That's
chats. We
fun.
appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, Central Oregon though. I think
It would
funny
have
that
to be a
someone
kokanee
4.99
seminar
and said Raider
trout.
Nation, all these Seahawk fans in here.
I know, man. Just getting clowned on.
I think
Raiders
if
are
we do a
representing.
Central Oregon one, it should be one of our first kokanee trout and rainbow trout, brown trout, like.
But we can do like
centric.
I feel like we also could do one like either like Eugene or Salem that's steelhead.
That
though.
could get people semi-close, yeah.
Or just Southern Oregon. We should just go to Southern Oregon. My God.
Oh, I need that. And I'm rough on rods.
Oh, Jordan.
Just throw it away.
I did. Cameron let me borrow
Another
a rod
2
and
minutes,
I did
guys.
break it the very next day. So.
You did or did not?
Yeah, I broke the X. It's gone.
Not surprised. Oh, that's what testing's for.
Yep.
We gave him.
I wasn't being very nice to it.
No, you were not being very nice to it. Answer the question,
I
guys.
like how
Yes or no? October
That
10th.
was mine, and then I gave it to Cam, and now it's broken.
I didn't break it, for the record. He just admitted to breaking it.
Unbelievable.
Dude, you were lifting fish out of the water with that damn thing.
We?
Maybe. It didn't break when I was holding it.
No, it was my fault.
Fishing a wide creek head on the sound, too wide and deep, with low water flow to drift. What should I fish? Silvers and kings rising everywhere.
Twitching jigs.
Twitching jigs and wigglers, baby.
Yeah.
Put some action to that presentation. Put some speed to that presentation, because chances are, unless it's like a muddy slough, when you're seeing them jump and roll,
Twitching jigs will crush
that's
them.
when you. Yeah.
You gotta plop him right
Yeah.
in the head there.
Twitching jigs. Watch the episode Addicted Life. You'll see some action on twitching. Also watch Addicted Alaska 1, the full movie. There's a lot of twitching going on in there. You can kind of get the idea too. And there's a bunch of tutorials.
Don't forget, if you guys are on YouTube, please make sure you guys tap that subscribe button before you leave us tonight if you're not subscribed to our channel. And if you have not turned on those bells, turn on the bell notification. All you guys, how many of you guys are joined up on the notification squad? How many of you guys are joined up and are getting notifications on YouTube when we post a video?
There's over 100 watching on YouTube that have not thumbs up.
There's over 100 people watching on YouTube, not thumbed up.
There's 300 total. and
Are you
there's
not
200
entertained?
Are you not?
Are you not
Hey, Cam, this question's for you.
What's up, bud?
Have you broken a rod in a video?
No. We don't
Yes.
really bust.
We haven't.
Not in a video.
Yes, you have. Your Addicted Life with out on your dad's boat, you busted someone's rod.
Oh, that's
Oh! I did bust a rod. It wasn't the brand that we
Wasn't an
particularly
October rod,
represent. But you're right. So, yeah, we have busted one. Honestly, we don't break them that much. And the rod that we're talking about is one that we're literally testing. And it's not in production. It's not anything like we're just going through the motions. on it.
Honestly, I had
Yeah.
a fish foul hooked and I was just trying to get it.
Just rope him in.
Yeah, I was just trying to get him off the hook.
I mean, if you feel like any rod on earth would break when you're running that, then we're fine. But if you felt like it broke a little
No,
sooner
it was
than
my-
that,
It was my fault.
Yeah.
I was tired of trying to land it.
yeah, yep. But no, that's what that's about. Can you scroll down on the main?
So
comments?
many people are asking about the addicted bobber. Guys, I've seen that comment already 100 times tonight. We are working on them. It takes a lot of process and time to get these things right how we want them. And so we just want to make sure it's right before we put them out. And honestly, if we can't get it right, guys, we won't put it out yet. We got to make the tweaks and we got to make it right.
Yep.
So just stay on the lookout. We're doing our best. We're hoping that we can get it out before winter steelhead this year. That's the goal. That's what we're shooting for. So just be on the lookout. I talked to them today about it, so I'm going to call with them tomorrow about it. It's coming. We're working on it. I see a lot of bell squads. Thank you so much. If you're not, if you commented no, click that little bell. Turn on those notifications. We've been putting out videos almost
Scroll it
every
up, bro.
single day.
Let's get a winner.
I'm working on
Let's get a winner and check on out of here. Thanks for tuning in tonight, guys. We do appreciate all those super chats. You guys, one thing people always ask you, don't forget to always watch, always share, always like, and thumbs up our videos, too. If you want to help the brand expand, please, please, please show these videos. Show our Addicted Life episodes to your family and friends. Bust them out on Thanksgiving
And
dinner.
they killed it on the last episode. So I pinned a comment to the top and I said, please smash that thumbs up button. And there's almost 1,000 people.
I saw that. And compared to
thumbs
some
up.
other
The one
videos
where
with
it,
twice the
popped up
views.
the little
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So
Yeah.
you guys really, it does help. So when we publish a video on YouTube, if you guys do nothing else but head to the video and give it a thumbs up and drop a comment, we would appreciate it so much when we publish those videos. It really, really does help us a lot with the whole YouTube algorithm stuff that we're trying to beat. So please, thumbs up it, drop a comment. We appreciate it.
There's your winner.
John Foster, who said yes, he is coming to the Sport Go Bash October 10th. You had to pick a yes, huh? I'm just kidding. We always accuse Clint of well, I saw it. It was random. No, so thank you, John Foster. Please email orders@addicted.fishing, or potentially we can maybe even drag it up and see you at Sportco on October 10th. Maybe we can work something out. That's easier, Marlon, or is it easier just to send it to him? Nope.
Shoot us an email, orders
Okay,
at
we'll probably keep it
addicted.fishing.
clean. Yep.
Yeah, it's just easier. That way we got a system down
Keep it
for
track.
it.
Yep.
Shoot us your address in that email address with what you want, and we will get it shipped out
Yep.
to you.
John Foster, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for sharing this out, guys. What else you got?
I don't think we got anything else. Just the bash.
Just the bash. We'll
Do we
see-
want to bring up the photo contest one
Yeah,
more
let's
time?
do that one more time, guys. Photo contest. So this starts tomorrow. Like, it's on.
Yes.
Start posting them. Start tagging them.
Start posting them. So if you have
Yeah.
pictures from before too, they don't have to be current. If you've caught
If
fish
they
on our
have
jigs in the last
jigs.
in the last month, you just got to follow those rules, and that's it. That's how you enter.
Yeah.
Clint, is there any way you can zoom in just the rules? Like, can you make that photo bigger so it goes off the screen and the rules get big?
Probably not right this second.
No.
Okay.
Okay. Well, it
Well,
doesn't
that's going to be posted up all over every outlet. It'll be on Instagram. It'll be on Facebook. It'll be in all the groups and everywhere. So, yep.
Go figure
Yeah,
the
don't
jig that they were out of.
Yeah, and so the $500 will be Mustad and Addicted fishing products. So we'll have a bunch of stuff from Addicted, a bunch of stuff from Mustad. You're going to get a nice, hefty, awesome prize pack.
That's going to be fun. It'll be fun watching how
Hefty.
watching how that goes. I'm going to have to put my name in under an alias.
Exactly.
I'm literally gonna know your pictures, and I'll
No, you're
get
not.
disqualified.
I'll take some other ones.
No,
I'm
disqualified.
going to take like 500
I'll
ones.
take he'll know your taste,
Yeah, I'll know your style. Disqualified.
I
your
don't know.
artistic style.
I'll just do a bloody gravel shot.
Then it won't win.
Oh, damn. So you're saying my artistic style's going to win. So now you're screwed. Yeah.
Awesome.
All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in tonight. We'll see you guys next Wednesday. Have fun out there. You know all that good stuff.
Don't forget,
Yeah.
tag us in your photos so we can share them. We want to see your guys'
Yep.
catches.
Get that contest on. We'll see you guys later.